First one that we have is Three Little Pigs. Did we enjoy Three Little Pigs?
Oh, very
Do we
much.
all know the story of Three
I
Little
thought it
Pigs?
was fucking stupid.
That was my favorite.
I thought
I thought
two
it
of the
was cute.
pigs were
Stupid.
fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
Yes.
I hated them.
These pigs suck, and they come up like at least 3 other times
I
in
know.
the next
Yeah.
8 shorts. They're everywhere.
I kind of liked seeing that. Like the same few.
They're building like a universe. They got a little continuity going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the Silly Symphony cinematic universe of some kind.
Maybe I wouldn't mind it if they weren't so fucking dumb
They are really dumb.
and lazy.
Yeah.
The blue collar pig was smart.
Yes.
I liked
But
him.
then he had to. All right, we'll get into it.
We'll get it. So yeah, it's the Silly Symphony. This is the 36th Silly Symphony, but it's only the, I think, 4th that we've done now. So we talked about that. They're all missing. They're not on there. They're just not on there.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. So we don't care about them. It's also Walt Disney's second Academy Award for Best Short Film. He won.
Wait, seriously, this?
1934.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get out of here.
I'm gonna astonish you right now. This short was a fucking
Hit.
hit.
It was. It
This-
brought in $250,000.
No,
People
it
went
didn't.
crazy.
And
for
it
this
only
short.
cost him $22,000
I'll
to
tell you
make
more
it.
about it.
That's wild. It
Yeah.
cost him $22,000 to make
To
that
make
shit.
that.
I
To make it.
Wait, and how
you
much did you
jumped
say
ahead
that
of me, but yeah.
Yes.
It cost
It made
$22,000.
$250,000.
Yes.
Wow.
Right?
So
Was
it
that a lot of
cost,
money back then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money today.
and compared to how
Are
much
you
he
rich?
spent on
No, but for like a.
Why do
a
you think we're
movie,
doing this?
You would
They,
think,
they,
you would think
they
movies would
ran this
make, like, a
cartoon
lot.
literally months after it came out. It was just
yeah.
kept going.
That
On
is-
repeat, like ridiculousness.
But
on
yeah.
Is
MTV.
it kind of like 50 Shades of
Over.
Grey? Remember when that book series came out and
Oh, this
everybody
is exactly like 50
ran,
Shades of Grey.
ran out to go get like book after book.
People were going fucking crazy for the Three Little Pigs.
And it's
Shirts
still,
being made,
it's
hats
still
being made.
known as like one of the greatest shorts
Yeah.
that Disney made.
But wait,
Yeah.
let me ask.
Not by
something.
us, but
This might sound like a stupid. This might sound like a stupid question.
there's no stupid questions.
But so the Three Little Pigs, obviously everybody like knows the story about the Three Little Pigs. Walt Disney didn't create the story, did
No.
he?
No.
Yeah,
No.
he just copied it.
No, yeah.
And, like,
you-
made a
It
short
was
film.
changed a bit too.
Yeah.
I
he
think
changed
we'll
it.
see that quite frequently over the
yeah,
course
well, a
of
lot of these silly
these
symphonies
podcasts.
are just old folk tales that
Yeah.
are just reimagined.
A lot of the princess movies are too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's really no creative bone in Walt Disney's bone. Well,
Pinocchio too.
Not yet, anyway.
Pinocchio's a fairy tale.
Yeah. Yep. Dude, even like,
Cinderella's a fairy tale.
I mean, even
Little
recently,
Mermaid.
Frozen. That's
That's
yeah.
no, but that's even based off of.
Yeah, that's what I'm
no,
saying.
That's
Yeah.
a fairy tale.
But like those things are like really, really loosely based upon them. Whereas like Three Little Pigs is like the whole story.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's
Copy.
kind of hard to like
Change it.
change it up, right?
So, Michael touched on it, but yeah, it cost $22,000 to make, and it ended up making $250,000, so it was a big success. It was so successful with the audiences, it ran in theaters for months and months after its debut, because people just really loved it, I guess. It ran so
Nothing else
long...
was coming out.
That's what I was gonna say. There
That's
probably
also
was
true.
nothing else coming out.
Yeah, I know. It also ran so long that movie theaters, they started drawing beards on the Three Little Pigs to indicate just how long this fucking movie's been playing in here.
Oh.
They're growing
That's
really
beards
funny.
on the
I
posters.
That is
see. I
funny.
see.
Yeah. But,
It's weird.
yeah, its success, it encourages Walt to keep moving forward and taking risks like he does a multi-lane camera. And
It's almost like he knows what he's doing.
yeah, and it starts to give him
Just
the
getting the hang of it.
idea for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah,
And
you can kind of see like that like
Yeah.
style with the camera.
the gears are
coming
going in
in
his head about
yeah.
a first full feature-length film, and this is what he's thinking of. He gets a slogan from this. I don't know why. You can't top pigs with pigs. That's what he like got out of this movie. That's like
What
a
the hell
slogan
does
that he
that
started.
You can't do it
I don't
again.
know. You think they? But Three
Oh,
Little
we
Pigs
do
is
see the pigs.
Yeah,
retold.
but it's not the same story. Like you can't top. In other words, you have to keep moving forward. You have to keep innovating, and you have to keep doing different things.
Oh.
You can't top what you like pigs
So,
with more pigs.
Like Alex just said, why do they show up again?
well, like I said,
Because they were such a big hit, maybe that
Or, like,
it'll
you
be.
can't
Oh, they're
do-
back in this movie now. Let's go see
Yeah,
this
like,
movie. It's a
oh.
crowd drawer if they loved it
Yeah.
that much.
Or maybe he means like a sequel. Like he didn't want to make Three Little
Yeah.
Pigs Part 2, Three Little Pigs
Four
Part
little
3.
pigs.
The four
Yeah.
little pigs.
Yeah.
This little
Three.
pig went to market.
Yeah.
3 medium-sized pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get me even madder. This is how successful it is. In 1994, it was voted 11 out of the top 50 greatest cartoons of all times by members in the animation field.
wow.
Yep.
Well,
I feel like we've seen at least 3 other
I
animated
feel like
shorts
maybe
in
in
this one scene.
1994, a lot of the animators in the animation field were still alive and young, and well, not young, but they weren't new people, so maybe they
So they're just grasping onto.
they
No.
flooded the polls. And
I feel like this one was pretty good, like comparing, not to jump ahead, but comparing to some of the other ones, I feel like the animations, the graphic, the colors, everything was like smooth and nice. Like
You're
they
right.
took their time on this one.
Yeah,
You're not
because
wrong.
for some weird reason, the movements and like moving of animals, they've got down. It's
Yeah.
when they start to experiment with like people.
People.
Yeah, they're
Because
kind
they
of
can't
funky.
do it.
Really
like,
weird.
well,
They
we'll
move
see
oddly.
that when we talk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
About
but
other
yeah.
Anyone know what number 1 on that list was by any chance?
Number
No
one.
way you do. On that top
Oh.
50 list?
Please don't say Steamboat.
It was not Steamboat.
Hold on, wait, let me think.
Okay.
Was it something we already reviewed?
No, it's not Disney. It's Bugs Bunny.
Oh.
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs
Do you know
Bunny.
any Bugs Bunny?
I do know Bugs Bunny.
Take a guess. Which one?
I mean, I don't know the names of the.
How about the opera one with Elmer
Oh
Fudd?
yeah, I
that
actually
makes
did.
sense,
I actually
actually.
did know that.
Yep.
I did
I'm
know
actually
that.
That was
not
really
surprised.
Fun fact: I actually have a really, really old, janky, bootlegged tape from.
You do. I've seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a VHS tape of like there. When I was a kid, they were running a Bugs Bunny marathon on TV, and my uncle taped it for me.
Oh, cool.
And I have this like really old VHS of a Bugs Bunny marathon, and I grew up watching it. It has really creepy old commercials.
Oh,
That's
God.
But
really
like
cool.
you would never like you like
Can we review that?
yeah, you want your VHS player, sure. But yeah, but anyway, this isn't about bugs. So
Yeah.
Sadly.
Even though these
Um,
pigs remind me of Porky Pig.
yeah.
Yeah. It's also the first Disney cartoon to be fully conceived on storyboard. So before that, it was just sketches on
Mhm.
paper and just kind of like mapped out what
Mhm.
it's going to be. But this is now we're gonna we're gonna place out everything that happens in the short. First one to do that. No more
Okay.
sketches, just
Wow.
storyboards. Finally, for Walt Disney World, do you know where we see the 3 little pigs in the parks?
Let me just tell you where I see Three Little Pigs.
Where?
Because the song in this, so last
Yes.
week I went to Disney World and it was crazy. I probably waited on hold to call Disney to deal with issues that I was having for maybe a total of 10, 12 hours in total. I don't know. And there was always this song that came on and I was like, what is this song from? And then I watched this short and I'm like, who's afraid of the big bad wolf? The big bad wolf.
Oh yeah, but it didn't have the words, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Disney plays this music, so that's where the Three Little Pigs comes in.
I think that song sounds a lot like Everybody's Got a Laughing Place.
Yeah.
A laughing place to go. Hoo, hoo.
You're right.
Yeah, it does. That's why when it came on, I was
But I
like,
didn't
wait a
think
minute.
it was the Laughing Place.
I don't think it's the same.
'Cause I know the
song.
Laughing
It's definitely
Place.
not the
It's
same song.
not.
It sounds very similar.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure without words too.
Yeah.
But where else is it in
It's
Disney? It's at Disney World?
It used to be. They used to be meetable characters. You could meet them in
Yeah.
the parks.
Oh, I
You
didn't
could meet the big bad wolf, I think.
He comes out
At
during like the
Villains
Halloween
Night.
party. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Halloween
Yeah.
party. Yep.
I don't know about the pigs. I don't know if I've ever seen the pigs in the
I
park.
don't know. Maybe when we were young,
Yeah.
but
But they also can be found in PhilharMagic on one of the posters. They are
Oh,
the
okay.
That makes sense.
Wolfgang Trio.
well, that would be really difficult to
Right.
spot because one almost never has to wait in that room to see said posters.
Well, next time you're there, take a look around and you'll
Well,
see them.
You do during COVID.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
true. We went on that in was it March with you guys or was it February?
We didn't
And
go in March.
It was definitely January with my family because my family was bitching and complaining about having to wait. But you know, Jake and I
I
was
like PhilharMagic. I would
I
wait
do
for that.
too.
I would too. I like it. I mean, they waited, but they were upset about it.
Anything where I can sit down for 20 minutes and just be air conditioned is fine with me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even though the seats are like soggy.
so am I. So. Three Little Pigs is released on May 25th, 1933. It's rated TV-Y7 and has a runtime of 8 minutes and 42 seconds. It's directed by Burt Gillette, again. Produced by Walt Disney. Everything's produced by Walt Disney during this time. Animated by Fred Moore, Jack King, Dick Lundry, Norm Ferguson, and Art Babbitt.
Can I just say something that was really interesting that maybe might have happened on all the other shorts, but I only just noticed it on this one? Is that when, right before it comes up and it's like Technicolor and this and that, it says Mickey Mouse presents
Mickey Mouse
Walt
presents, yep.
Disney. So
Oh.
Mickey Mouse is the one presenting.
Mhm.
And then for every single Silly Symphony next, Mickey Mouse presents every single one of them.
I
did
noticed
not
that too.
notice that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so we open up with straw house being built by one of our Three Little Pigs. They have names. Did anyone know the names?
Fiddler Pig.
Well, this one's not Fiddler.
This one's Pfeiffer Pig.
Pfeiffer Pig. Yeah, there's Pfeiffer Pig, Fiddler Pig, and
Practical Pig.
Practical Pig. Very
Wow,
good.
those aren't the
Bonus
names
points
I
for
gave
you.
them.
What'd you give him?
Sailor in blue, sailor in black, and the blue collar pig.
you want their voice actors too?
The blue collar pig was
I
the
do
one
have it, but go ahead, tell me.
that reminded me of Michael. The one using his hands like
The one with the brick house.
the one with the brick
the brick
house. Yeah,
house.
like a union worker.
So what I found interesting they're all brother pigs in the storyline. However, Pfeiffer Pig and Fiddler Pig are voiced by two females.
Oh.
Wait, they are brothers, right?
They're brothers in the story, but
Obviously.
they're
That's what I mean. I don't care
female
about their personal
voices.
life.
No, but they're female voices of the pigs.
No, the two women are not brothers.
But yeah.
Well, anyway, so Pfeiffer Pig begins to sing. Does anyone want to sing? Anyone feel like singing his song?
No, because I don't even remember it because it was that terrible.
Who's
Who's
afraid
afraid
of the
of
big pig?
Yeah,
I
didn't
was
sing
gonna
that
say the
yet.
He was
laughing
building a
place.
straw
Now you
hat
really got me
house.
messed
He
up,
has a
Dan.
flute, doesn't give a hoot.
He says, "I build my house of straw. I build my house of hay. I toot my flute. I don't give a hoot, and play around all day."
I said
Yeah,
that was
we
so
sure do.
I said that was so cute. Because after I said give a hoot, I said, how cute!
He's very honest about his work ethic. He doesn't do anything.
His,
He really
his
doesn't.
non-existent work ethic.
Yeah.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum over there.
Yes.
That's exactly what
Yes.
it reminded me of too, which was
Lazy,
funny.
one
As they
lazier
skip
than the
together
next.
and everything.
We should figure out who's who.
You know,
Ooh.
I actually, at the bottom, I was like, this reminds me of me and my sisters. Because there's three of us, and there's one who's always serious, Francine, and the other two just being reckless, me and Jillian. And it just, like, I was like, wow, this is...
Francine's gonna build you a brick house.
She would
She
be the
would.
one to be the most practical and prepared for a big bad wolf to come.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is my life.
I don't know. What I just kept thinking the whole time is like, why, if they're all brothers, why are they building 3 separate houses? They don't want to live together. Like, why
I
wouldn't they
know.
just build one big
It's
house?
not like they have like
Well, I thought
lady
they were
pigs.
adults.
Well,
They
if you
are,
were
but-
if you were Practical Pig, you would not want to live with these two. 'Cause you-
Yeah,
But
you're
but,
right.
but
You're right.
interestingly, well, we'll get there when we get to the to
Yeah.
the other one. But
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Well, he should have
Yeah.
taken more time to build this house because it's built of straw and
Hey.
like you didn't even need to blow this house over. A small gust of wind could have blew this house over. I don't know. Why would you build your house out of straw though?
Because you're lazy and an idiot.
Yeah,
And you just
pretty
wanna
much.
play
I guess
It's
so.
just,
all
it's
day.
a quick.
Well, next we meet our second pig, who is Fiddler Pig, and he builds his house out of stick, which is not ideal, but it's better than straw, I would
I
say. Yeah,
guess.
it's wood.
Except
at
it's like
least.
very flammable.
Yeah.
Hay is more flammable, probably, I would imagine.
Mm.
Yeah, probably.
Did anyone notice their teeth were super freaky?
No.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Go ahead, talk about
No.
their teeth.
Their teeth looked like, I feel like I need to pull up a picture. No one noticed their teeth?
No.
No.
It was the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life, to be honest.
Can I see?
You mean the
Ugh.
pig's teeth?
Yes, the pig's teeth!
Not the wolves?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
the
have
wolf's
to...
teeth.
No. The wolf's teeth did nothing for me. The pig's teeth, I know exactly where it was, and I'm going to pull it up.
Okay.
Continue, and I'll
Well,
find it.
so here's what made me really nervous about the second pig's house. He had like a big stove in the middle of his house of sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why?
They all had, like, stoves like that in their house, I noticed.
Look at those freaking
Oh, they're
Oh.
human teeth.
Yes, they're human teeth.
Okay,
they're
okay,
not.
okay.
And
like,
they're
what the
perfect-
hell is that?
And they're, like, perfectly straight.
Straight, yeah.
Yeah, they're so
Well, they had a good
freaky.
dentist.
Or he's
I
got, like,
hate
a
that.
crazy pair of dentures.
His name is Crentist.
I think Fiddler Pig looks like Donald Duck. He
Oh,
yeah.
the
I
same
said
outfit.
that.
He's
Well,
got the
because
same
it's
outfit as him. He's got
I
the
said-
blue sailor hat and the blue shirt and no pants,
Yeah,
like Donald.
I wrote Porky Pig in Donald Duck's clothes.
I'm a little so. Okay, I think that it's obvious, but like the wolf wants to eat them, right? He's
I
not
would assume
trying
so.
very hard.
Yeah.
No.
He could do. I don't know. Maybe
I
he had
was-
a big lunch. I don't know.
I think he overthinks a little too much. He's this giant ass wolf, and he decides I'm gonna blow houses down rather than just like tearing the house down. He's huge.
Yeah. The other thing that was weird was like when the door was shut, he couldn't push the door
Yeah,
down,
yeah.
but he could blow the whole house down.
I know.
He's
For
more
every
like a
single-
toddler. Toddlers, when they don't get their way, they huff and they puff and they cry,
Oh,
basically.
that's a
So
good way to look at it.
I figure, he's
Yeah.
dressed in hobo clothing, obviously.
Hobo.
He is. If you,
I did write hobo.
Yeah, well, he was carrying a
Yeah.
suitcase everywhere with him.
You know what's in his
You're gonna go
suitcase?
eat or
In his
move in?
suitcase, for some reason, he has a mallet. And I don't know why
He
he,
also had a
doesn't
sheep's
use
outfit.
that.
Well, I was gonna say I think he also has a lot of outfits. He likes to dress up a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Can we talk about in the third house?
Yes, we're up to Practical Pig. Tell me about the third
I love
Did
him.
anyone see the multiple
house.
pictures
of their family?
of their father
Yeah.
who is sausages and like
How about
a
the uncle?
lamb
He's like
and-
a whole
yeah,
The uncle was a
like,
football.
Yeah.
And then there was just the mother who was just the pig nursing.
Feeding, yeah,
I know.
nursing.
I was like, how
Yeah.
many fathers?
Sausage
do they have?
link.
Well, I
Yeah.
think it's like the father is cut up into pieces.
Different pieces. One was a sausage link one
Yeah.
was like a big thigh.
Yeah. So like.
Oh,
ew.
no.
The uncle was
I
a
didn't notice
football.
that at all.
The uncle was a football.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
morbid.
wait. They use pigs to make footballs?
Yeah, that's
Pigskin?
why it's called a
Are you
pigskin.
kidding me? That is so sad.
Well, they don't do that anymore.
No,
Why would he
No.
have that in his house?
They used to back in
Is
the
he
day.
a serial killer?
No, because
No,
that's
it's
his
in the
uncle.
pig's house. The pig had family portraits hung up in their house.
Yeah, in
and the
the-
dad was killed in
In the
sausage
background,
links.
there's a picture of a sausage
so
link and it
morbid.
says father.
Father.
Yeah.
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 But before that,
Alex is really disturbed.
That was so funny.
Go
I was
veg,
like, this
guys.
is so
Go
cute.
veg.
This is so cute. And now I'm like, you are
I
all a
can't
bunch of.
believe
There
you
is a
didn't
lot
notice
of
that.
dark humor.
Yeah, me either. I didn't notice it at all.
did you see what he was making the house out of? He had
Bricks?
Wolf-proof paint.
wolf-proof cement and
Oh.
wolf-proof paint.
Yep.
Wow,
Yeah.
look at him.
See, he's thinking ahead. I'm
He
like,
is-
these two dummies.
He's
had
like,
the right
and
idea.
you know, okay, wait. So when was this? This was made in when?
This was 1933.
33.
Okay, so like
Wait, 33 or 93?
33.
the
Third.
Depression. No.
Why
Yes.
did I write 90?
Yeah, that's
That's
right there in it. Yeah.
exactly where the
So-
song "The Big Bad Wolf" came from.
So it's like I feel like a lot of these like shorts were kind of geared towards preparing for hardship because like a lot of these people really had to deal with that in their real life, and so it's like save money, you know.
Well, the Grasshopper one definitely is preparing for a hardship.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one teaches you a
that
lesson.
dumbass.
He is
Anyway.
a dumbass. So we go back to Pfeiffer Pig, who begins to play his flute, and this is where he plays "Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf," and yeah, it really sounded like Splash Mountain to me, so it really threw me off.
Okay.
But Pfeiffer and Fiddler begin to mock Practical Pig for working all day and not playing along in their
That
little
idiot.
merry band. Yeah, right. But he tells them that they'll be sorry for playing all day.
Well,
not prepared.
actually,
Work and play double
he
dates.
ends up sorry because he ends up having to house them.
Yeah.
So really, they get away with everything.
They always do.
Yeah.
And
so,
when we see them later on.
I mean, he did
yep.
scare them at the end though by knocking on the
Yeah.
door or on the piano.
No,
Yeah, but-
not blue collar pig.
He scares the
Blue
little
collar
pig.
pig was prepared.
Yes, but
He
was that him at the end?
yeah, he knocked on the door again to scare the pigs and he left.
Oh, I missed
Oh,
that.
at
Okay.
the end.
Yeah, at the end. Yeah.
I
But
missed
like,
that,
but
alright.
like, how stupid! Like, so Practical Pig's like, all right, I'm gonna build my house of bricks. I'm gonna wolf.
Maybe he was the older
shit.
brother.
Yeah, but then like, oh, my two stupid idiot brothers over there, they're making their stupid stick and straw shit.
Putting out their welcome
yeah,
mat.
yeah. Like, okay.
Hey,
And
he
then-
took it away when the
and then-
when the wolf came.
That's all he cared about.
And then he's like, "You'll be sorry," but then the moment that it gets tough, and these two stupid ass pigs have to like sit there and fend for themselves. No, it's all right. I'll take you in. Don't worry. I'll build you an extension onto the goddamn
But
house.
isn't that kind of relatable? Like, I personally feel like I would never. I would build an extension on my house for anyone of you, any one of my family
Yeah,
members.
I would too.
You know,
but
like-
but I don't know.
I'm just a pushover.
They might as well, like Hillary
I love
said, they
too
might
much.
as well have just lived together from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it didn't take them long to make the first two houses anyway, so it's no loss really.
But you know what? They all three of them could have spent this time building the house
And could have been
together,
bigger.
like a family.
But
But
even
they
Yeah.
wouldn't have.
But they weren't even helping.
No.
But the practical.
They were just
Yeah.
dilly dallying on the lawn.
They were dicking around with Little Red.
Dipping around.
And I was like, get the hell out of here. You can't be serious. But we'll get to that.
Sorry, Dan.
No, that's fine. So the hobo's dressed like the wolf is dressed like a hobo.
The hobo is dressed like a wolf.
Either way, who could say?
Yeah.
He's drooling and he's stalking the trees stalking the pigs from a distance.
The tree.
The trees from a pig.
I'm all
yes.
sorts of fucked up right now. Pfeiffer and Fiddler Pig begin to list all the ways that they're gonna beat up the wolf. They're all talking, no action, of course. So they say they're gonna. I don't even know what they said. They're
Kick him
gonna
in
kick
the
him and
like, chin or do
Yeah.
something like that.
exactly.
I was like, first of all, you're like a foot tall. And he's like, how are you gonna get there? I
If
don't
anything, you would like headbutt him in the
Yeah.
shin.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty
know.
much.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But then the wolf shows himself and he scares the two pigs, so he chases them back to their homes. So first he confronts Pfeiffer Pig in his straw home and he demands him to open the door. He says he'll huff and he'll puff and he'll blow the house
In.
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 Yes, people
Yeah.
think it's down.
Down.
I don't know why.
Oh, no,
It's
it's
Yeah,
in.
it's in.
Yeah,
And I'll blow your house in.
and blow your house. He's a man of his word, and then he proceeds to blow the house down, and Pfeiffer Pig retreats to Fiddler Pig's house, his house of sticks, because that would fare much better. Sticks. The wolf tries a different tactic this time. His great idea is that he's going to pretend to outsmart the pigs by galloping away,
Pretending to go away. Yep.
which they buy, but then when he comes back and, like, knocks, they don't buy that. Like, they buy that he left.
Because he was a sheep, right?
He came back dressed as a sheep.
Sheep, yeah.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, I'm a sheep. Help me," or something like that.
Yeah, and, like, is this made out of real sheep? Because, like, I doubt that he, like, put together, like, cotton and shit.
Oh,
do you think he, like,
ate
killed?
the sheep?
He ate the
Yeah.
sheep. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and, like, skinned it and, like...
Maybe the sheep had like a house made of grass.
Even less
And
durable
mud.
than the sticks
And
and the hay.
Grass and mud in
Poor
his hut.
sheep.
Well,
But
the
they were-
sheep was an idiot.
Those two pigs were just hiding under a blanket. What's that blanket gonna do for you? Nothing. They were huddled under this blanket. You can't find anywhere else to hide. You hide under a blanket. I mean, I do that every night when I think I'm being murdered. If Michael's working, I just stay in the bed covered if I hear any noise. So I guess
The other night, she
It's
sent us
relatable.
a snap of her holding a kitchen knife,
Yeah,
inspecting every room.
Because she went for a walk and she thought she pulled the door closed, and she came back and the door was open.
the door was open
and she
because I'm
grabs a
reckless.
knife like she'll drop the knife and run.
I was every nook and cranny of this house. I'm like,
Yeah, you're literally
Yeah.
like those pigs.
yeah. I'm such a chicken. Like, and honestly, watching Criminal Minds so much is not helping. But anyway, it's
Oh,
not.
Michael, how was Criminal Minds?
I didn't watch it today actually, but it's,
Yes,
it's
you
going
did.
good.
You lying sack
Oh, a
of
little
lies.
bit. You were watching it more.
You lying sack of lies.
What?
When I watched
You
one
watched
episode
it,
and you watched.
And you watched one without me.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Because I heard.
I watched like 80 without her. She came in on
I
like
meant
season
today.
6.
Yeah.
She thinks she knows everything.
I know more than you. You don't even know their names.
I know some.
So the three little pigs.
Yes. Okay.
Oh,
Back to that.
Yeah, so he dresses up like a sheep. Pigs don't buy it, so it makes him angry, and he decides he's going to blow down this house too. And he does. And the two pigs then retreat to Practical Pig's house. But on the way, the wolf runs into a tree. It's an apple tree.
Mm-hmm.
And like
It'll fold one.
50 fucking apples
He's
fall
so
down from
many
this tree
apples.
and just concuss the wolf, and he's just out of it.
You should eat the apples.
Yeah.
He's a meat eater, not a vegetarian.
He came here for sausage.
Oh,
Whoa!
did he now?
Yeah. The pigs take shelter at the Practical Pig's brick house. And this is where we see the pictures on the wall labeled father, and there's a meat leg labeled father.
Sausage links.
Sausage
That house
links.
looked like the nicest to live in. He had a nice bed, a
Every-
freaking piano,
A brick
But every
piano.
piano's made out of brick.
Everything in this house is brick. There's a brick piano, which I don't think is. Can that be done?
No.
You
I
can't
don't
make a
think-
piano out of brick.
Don't think so.
So-
That would be a heavy piano.
Well, he did.
He built it right into the wall, built-ins, piano style, and he had an all-white bed, which that's my jam. I love all-white bedding.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Do you guys want to hear about a scene that was altered?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, so when the wolf knocks on this door,
You can make a piano out of bricks.
you
Oh
can.
wow.
I have a picture.
Let's see.
Wowzers.
That is awesome looking.
That is a brick piano.
I hate the way that looks, but I give them credit.
I'm a
I
little
like those
surprised.
big black pianos. Do you know what I'm talking about? Those
Yeah.
fancy
Yes.
ones.
The grand-
Uh,
the
Lady
grand-
Grand.
Lay across, and you're like,
We have
Lay
one.
me
I see those in Glee all the time.
We have one at my house.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Okay, an altered scene.
Yeah.
Nobody lays on it though. Maybe the cat.
The cat on the piano.
On our piano.
Yeah, that's true. I don't lay on it. Neither do you. The wolf originally is dressed as a Jewish peddler.
Really?
What exactly
Oh.
is that?
I don't know.
Oh.
I know what he then turned into, which was allowed, I guess.
What was it?
He's a brush
Siri's
man.
listening.
oh yeah, he was a brushman. Yeah, because he like had the brush, and yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
what is a
yes!
brush man?
I was gonna ask. So a brush man is
a chimney cleaner.
not really. There's
it
a
was
company
toothbrushes.
way back when called Fuller Brush Company, and it was a company that sold house cleaning products. And they would have people go door to door to sell these house cleaning products, like whatever.
Like brushes.
yeah,
But not for your hair.
no, I don't even know if it's like brushes. It's just like the company's called Fuller Brush Company,
Oh.
but I think they sell
Well,
like house cleaning
Well,
products.
he had brushes.
Yeah, like cleaning brushes.
Like brushes.
I think
like
it's
you
like
would
a-
use to like
It looks
scrub
like
your
a large
floor.
metal
Yeah,
toothbrush
so
to me.
okay, so
Yeah.
like house cleaning stuff like that, brushes that they would
Yeah.
sell. So they would go door to door and sell them. So he was a
Oh,
brush
like those
man.
knife people. Do you know who I'm talking
Yes.
about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this time was like wartime, pretty much, correct?
War were declared.
What's that?
War were declared. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
He's
Why-
like, what the fuck did you just say to me?
no, I understood after the second time war were declared.
The look he gave me, like, what the fuck are you saying?
I know. I was like,
Historically, it would have made sense to have a Jewish peddler, because
why?
the Jewish
Was it World War
peddlers
II?
were basically. It was with Hitler and everything. That's how they had the Big Bad Wolf song as well. It was like basically the anthem going throughout the Great Depression. That was like the anthem. Who's afraid of the Big Bad Wolf? Because basically Germany was taking over everything,
Okay.
and the Jewish people back then were actually peddlers trying to migrate out into like America and like the safer spots, and the only way they can make money was peddling stuff they could sell.
So is
So
this
historically
are these
correct.
facts?
Because we didn't want
What?
them.
Are these facts?
Facts.
Yeah, he
Okay.
just looked it up, I think.
So historically speaking, that would make sense, and I guess they found it inappropriate for.
I guess when
or
initial airing, it was fine, and then like in
Oh, so they
retrospect,
went back and changed it?
yeah, I think it airs
Like,
one time.
they
and
probably
then
made it
they
offensive or
altered
something.
over
Well,
the
it might
years.
just be.
But-
It might have just been due to sensitivity issues with the Holocaust.
that
Right.
could have been
Right.
too
Right.
right, but
But
You know,
upon
but also
initial,
the
historically
US?
correct. I understand. You know,
the wolf uses all of his energy to try to blow down the brick house, but it's brick, so it's not going to blow down. And he uses all his energy, like his pants fall down. He's literally standing
Wow.
like butt ass naked in front of this pig's
Ew.
house. Like he is. His
I
pants
don't
are all
remember
over the-
that.
Yeah, because he
Yeah.
like blew out all the air that he in his body that he just got
Shit.
so skinny and all his clothes fell down.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So here's this wolf naked, blowing on the
Exposing
door like a
himself.
pervert, you know.
All he was able to blow away was flowers in the front.
So the wolf next
Right.
tries to enter in through the chimney,
Mhm.
and when he gets down to the bottom, there's a giant pot of boiling water that's
When
been placed
Santa
on the
comes
bottom.
down that chimney, he's gonna find the happiest bunch of assholes.
The jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house.
They put turpentine in the pot. What is turpentine?
I don't know, but it sent his ass flying through the ceiling.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
I
is it
don't know.
explosives?
I like
Like,
looked
what
at
is
that
this?
and I was like, I should probably look this up. But
I know
didn't.
that turpentine was a thing back then because my mom always tells this story how she was. Mom, if you're listening, I'm sorry, I'm airing your dirty laundry. So when she was little, she had a thumb sucking problem until she was like a long time, and it was like, and so her dad like was always fixing stuff in the house, and he had turpentine, whatever that stuff is, I still don't know, and he was like, give me your finger. So he like, you know, now this would be child abuse, but back then it was like not, and he pretended to wipe turpentine on it, and was like, if you put that in your mouth, you'll die. And she was like, okay, never sucked her thumb again.
Huh.
So whatever it is, it must
So-
be able to kill you.
turpentine is a volatile, pungent oil distilled from gum turpentine or pine wood, used in mixing paints and varnishes.
So what does it do?
Does it burn your ass?
It's an oil.
So it's very flammable.
It's basically an
Oh,
oil,
okay,
and,
okay,
and yeah,
Got-
it's basically
okay.
an oil.
So we know
Cool.
why he. Okay.
So it
So-
must be very, very toxic. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
so he falls in the
Must
pot, he
hurt.
burns his ass, which becomes like a reoccurring theme for this wolf across, like, this poor guy.
He must have no hair left on his tushy.
Yeah.
Easier to wipe.
The way he shot out of that chimney, right?
It was like
He
a
shot-
rocket,
Yeah,
straight
like
through
a
the-
rocket.
yeah.
I was like, wow. It's like the 4th
Mm.
of July.
But yeah, he runs away, the pigs celebrate, I mean all three pigs celebrate, even despite two of them doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
say
Well, they
that-
think they won.
Yeah, I know. And that's it. But there, I see Michael picked this up. I didn't notice this. I thought it was a cliffhanger. There was a knock on the door, and the pigs ran under the bed. It was practical.
It was
pig?
Practical Pig playing a joke on the other two because
Yeah.
But when did he
because
go
they
out? I didn't
started.
see him go
So he was
outside.
playing the
That
piano
trickster.
and they started singing "Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf" again,
And then
and he
they're
went.
still scared.
He looked back and he went, knock, 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 and they ran and hit under the bed again.
Yeah.
Those
And they went
dummies.
dun, 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 dun.
Slap.
Yep.
And that's
I thought
it.
it was
That's
cute.
it for Three Little Pigs.
All right, can we not talk about this one anymore? Because I hate it.
You're
Rating?
over it.
I am.
Rating?
We're rating it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it
Michael,
was
Michael
cute.
rated it.
Yeah, I
rated
did.
it all
What'd you
numbers.
rate it?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
I
I
gave it a
thought it was
9. I
pretty
loved
cute.
it.
I would give it like a 7 or 8.
I loved it. This was one of my favorite ones that we've seen so far.
You're going to say 0.
No, I'm gonna give it like a 5.
I was going to say 6.
Okay.
It's average.
I don't
at
know.
best.
I liked it. I would say like 6, 7.
And Alex?
6, 7 it is.
I said
like
7
it.
or 8, yeah.
Fine.
I like this one.
Oh, me too. This was another one.
Next up is Pied Piper.
Oh, you mean Lord
Lord
Farquaad?
Fuckwad.
Lord Farquaad! Lord Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad.
I literally wrote first thoughts, Lord Farquaad from Shrek vibes. Anyone else? Before I even clicked play, I was like, oh. But I guess technically, Lord Farquaad is really just copying the Pied Piper. If they
No, because he was a king, like prince and king or
they
whatever.
just look like Michael.
And this one was a piper, a traveling like piper.
Anyway,
Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
No, go.
Lord Farquaad becomes king? He's a lord, not a fucking prince.
Well-
What the fuck?
Huh, I never thought of that.
Ask Universal. This is why we do Disney, because
Huh.
they make
Yeah.
sense.
I'm
Well,
not
that's
reviewing that
actually
shit.
that's actually pretty
Inconsistent.
Because he had to marry a princess, that's why.
That still doesn't
It,
make
it
him
doesn't
a
make a
king.
lord a prince and then a prince
I
into
don't
a
know.
king.
I don't know how it works then.
No.
But he did say he had to
He-
marry a princess.
So-
If he married a princess, she would need a kingdom, and then
Copyright.
like he would become if you're going by
anyone
like
can make
the,
it out.
if you're going by the British like rules of royalty, which whatever.
Doesn't a king make a lord or something like that, right?
So you're thinking of knighting.
Oh,
somebody.
knighting. That's what I'm thinking of.
So like Queen Elizabeth is queen, and the late Prince Philip could never be king because he cannot be higher than the bloodline royal, which is the queen.
Gotcha.
So he could have never been king.
Oh.
So he was made prince, I think it's prince consort.
Yeah.
So he can't even be like technically a prince, he's like gifted that title. So when Charles becomes king, if he does, because who the fuck knows, because he's old too, that's her son, he can be king, but his wife, Camilla, there's drama with that, but she can't even be princess because they agreed to it because it's his second marriage.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that you could do that in the royal family.
Do what?
Like divorce and remarry.
Well, you're not supposed to. That's why there's an
There's
issue.
drama.
But
Highly
also because Diana is
Oh, because
passed.
she passed away. Yeah.
I mean, she was murdered.
Passed away.
Well,
Well,
yes.
she passed on.
Yeah.
She's somewhere else.
She was murdered.
We
I
stand
know.
with Diana here.
But anyway, I know you don't know. I'm just being funny. But yeah, so like even if Diana had survived, she could be queen because that's still not above king.
King.
Because he's the bloodline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Lord has nothing to do with it. Is
Yeah.
basically my point.
Yeah.
So she would be queen of the kingdom, the princess.
So we're critiquing
Yep.
Shrek right now.
Yeah, so like Fiona would have been queen, but Lord Farquaad could have never been king.
What would he
is
be
basically
classified
my
as?
point. He would have been, Prince Farquaad.
Oh, he would have only went up to a prince
Yes,
So
Gotcha.
we'll-
and that title would have just been gifted to him.
because of marriage
yeah.
or whatever. Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Because she could make him a prince.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So, but couldn't Fiona become queen of her own?
Well, does she have a kingdom?
Yeah, her parents in the second one, they're king and queen.
Okay, yeah, but we don't know that in the first one.
Oh, okay, well, I was going by the second one. So
All right, so the Pied Piper.
The Pied Piper, it's 39th Silly Symphony. It's based on the tale of the Pied Piper of Hamelin, which was published in 1842. And
Hillary has this book.
you do?
Mm-hmm. She
Did
just
you bring
didn't
it?
bring it.
I don't
couldn't
know where
find
it is. I have vague memories of
When was
my
the book?
mother.
1842?
We were
1842? Yeah.
we were cleaning it out. We were cleaning out whatever, and she found the book. And I remember she either said, "I'm either gonna throw this away or let's put this somewhere else. This book is not appropriate for children." And then I recently asked them if they knew where it was, and no one knew where it is. And I asked my mom, I go, "Do you even remember where we got this book from?" And she's like, "No, I don't." I go, "I just was wondering if any of our what sick family member or friend would have decided to gift this to us."
See,
Well,
like
it's-
I had old books like that. I didn't have that one.
I had
But
that
I
one.
have like old books like that. So my
Yeah.
family just like passed them on along.
Yeah.
Well, it was probably inappropriate because in the original story, a crippled boy is left behind, a blind boy, and
And
also
deaf.
a deaf boy.
Yes.
Well,
I-
okay. Do you remember when the kids were running
Yeah.
out?
The last
and
one was the
and
a crippled one.
kid, the
And-
kid
and-
with
and no crutches.
But then they opened the door and they
And
let
they
him
let
in.
him in.
yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
I feel so bad laughing at that. He's like with his crutches, like wait for me.
But then he's cured. He doesn't
You
need
know,
his crutches anymore.
When the actual event took place of the rat infestation,
It was during the plague, right?
it's 1284.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus, that's like so far ago.
1284.
yes, that is a very long time ago.
Right? Is that the plague? Was that during the plague time? I don't know.
Plague.
Yeah, it was like
Because
the,
the
yeah,
Bubonic
pretty
plague
much.
happened like a bunch of different times.
Yeah,
Correct,
but
right.
But that is one of them. Yes.
Yeah.
Is there still traces of that?
You can get the plague.
You
The
can still-
bubonic
You
plague?
can get the bubonic plague.
You can still get it?
You can survive it now because we have antibiotics.
Right.
Yeah.
Antibiotics. But yeah, yes,
Could you imagine
absolutely.
that?
People get it.
That's crazy to me.
You get it if you go to like not so wonderful places.
SeaWorld. Are you really going to deny that you wouldn't get into SeaWorld?
That was a good one.
I think everything exists in SeaWorld.
Pied Piper is also the first attempt by Disney to animate central characters as humans and not so much
Well,
animals.
they look all like
they try.
spaghetti.
They need a little work, but they try.
Right.
All the kids from this short look like the kids from Babes in the Wood.
They have a hard
Right.
time with these shorts early on animating children. I've noticed they don't look like children. They look like
gnomes or dolls.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yep.
The proportions always out. They're they're just mini versions.
So what I don't get about this is like, okay, so the rats are there, right? Everybody's really pissed off. People
Yeah.
are like, what the fuck? Get these rats out of here, mayor.
This mayor's
Yeah.
And the
Okay.
mayor's agreeing with them.
This
Yeah, we have a
sucks.
problem,
And the
but
mayor's like, yup. But then at the end, the people are like, yo, fuck you, Pied Piper.
I know.
It was
Suck
playing
a
music.
dick.
That was
like,
so
shit.
you
Echo,
ain't
I
getting
thought.
shit.
yeah. Like, are you
Yeah.
kidding?
Yeah, so it's released September 16th, 1933. It's rated TVG with a runtime of 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Directed by Wilfred Jackson, produced by Walt Disney, of course. Voice work by Marion Darlington, George Gramlich, and Alan Watson. The description of this on Disney Plus. When the Pied Piper is not paid for riddling the town of the rats, he lures the children away to punish the parents.
Okay, you said riddling, but it's ridding.
Ridding?
He didn't
Oh.
riddle.
He riddled them. Riddle me this.
riddle me this, riddle me that.
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever, but I'm just...
I think that's a creepy description.
It is creepy. The whole thing was creepy.
I
honestly.
mean,
Between the rats,
when you think
the
of
music.
if you did the back history
Joyland,
too
whatever
on
they
the
call it.
original, like I guess they can like story on it, and then you just like go back and forth. If you know the background to where the story, it's you could put them together, and it's so creepy.
So
This is a really dark, silly
Like,
symphony.
It is, but I feel like the Pied Piper has some like really big balls and confidence in himself to think that his musical abilities are this good to get rid of all these goddamn rats.
I think he's done this before. This is not his first rodeo. He was very confident in himself.
He really was.
He put no thought. He's like, I know how to handle these rats.
Yeah, you know what's just so funny? I just think it was funny because I am currently dealing with the mouse issue in my
Let's talk about
apartment.
your mouse issue.
Mickey
Oh
Mouse?
my god, freaking
She
mice
wishes.
life for me.
And she has cats too.
And I have cats, but you know what? The mice are like in the ceiling and the walls, so my cats can't do anything.
We gotta get you,
They're
uh,
just
being
going
tortured.
crazy.
We gotta get you a Piper.
Yeah, I freaking need a Piper. Well, he's coming tomorrow, the exterminator. But I just
Just
wanna
put
know.
on Disney Plus and blast the volume.
Just hide and hide your children.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no droppings anywhere. I see no mouse droppings or rat droppings in this short. They missed that. And also, did they ever try peppermint? Because my apartment reeks of peppermint right now because peppermint is supposed to repel rodents.
No.
At least peppermint smells good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does smell good.
They didn't try any of that. This town is helpless.
Yeah.
All they do is sing about their problems. They did the
God
food. The food is just disappearing. The
Wait,
rats are eating.
you mean they
everything.
sing about their problems like every other Disney character
I guess that's
hereafter?
true. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it is a symphony,
That's a good
so
point.
they just
Well,
are.
these rats, mice, whatever they were very resourceful. They were taking those mouse traps, breaking through the
I
windows.
know.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
They were
Actually.
outsmarting
Yes.
these people.
So
So
just to get the food. Yeah.
Rats are very intelligent.
yeah. Okay, so it opens up in the town of Hamlin, and the villagers are beating these rats with clubs and canes and everything, and it's doing no damage
They
at
just
all.
need peppermint.
Did you
It's just
did you
making them
notice?
stronger.
Speaking of like animation things, it's almost if you watched like a particular character, it's pretty much a loop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what
it
they
was.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Because I
could
was
see-
watching this one lady in a blue dress. She had two like mice on the back, and she'd smack, and then run in a circle, and then smacks the same
It
two
was
rats,
like-
and then
I
run in a
was
circle.
watching-
Almost like Small World, pretty
Well,
much.
Not
Like
only that, but I think Santa's Workshop, when they're showing all the
Toys being built?
the
Yeah.
gnomes being built, they're all
Yeah.
just on loop. Doing
Right.
The same thing
Yeah,
over and
I
over
was
again.
doing that too because I was staring at one scene,
And I was
like
like,
the
huh.
corner of the screen where they were going down the steps. The mice were running out of the building, down the steps, out of the building, down. And I was
Yeah,
like,
and it's like they were
oh,
going
it's
back
the
and forth,
same
yep.
exact one.
Do you
Yeah.
think that's because that was the easiest way to do
Yeah.
it back then?
Yeah,
So
it was just like
keep it on
recycled
repeat?
animation.
Yeah.
It's actually really hard to do that.
It's
Really?
hard to
Fun
do it?
fact to loop. Do you know? You know.
I do, but go ahead.
Looping film and animation is one of the most difficult things you could ever possibly do
Oh,
because
really?
to get it
Perfect.
to
To try and get
because-
it matched up,
because
right?
to get it lined up, you would so like I forget how many frames per second most stuff is.
Oh, I don't know about now with these, but
Yeah, but the
usually,
loop,
But-
was
like-
really quick. So
Yeah.
like once they got it, they used it
Yeah,
a lot.
but frames per second. So like the way that the math works is that like you would think that you would just have to line up the ending with the beginning, but the way that it kind of works out is like you always are left with this like weird half second or like
because essentially like your last frame, and
Yeah.
you don't want your last frame and your first frame to be exactly the same because then
Exactly.
that's 2 frames of the exact same thing, and it makes like a weird little hiccup, like
Yeah.
Right.
yeah. So it's really really hard
So
to
do you have
like
to overlap them a little or something?
you just
kind
need to like
of-
kind of know where your first frame
So-
begins
well,
and like have your last frame
So a
match
lot
up.
of times, like your last frame and your first frame will be like the mouse will be up here and down here, even though when you're watching it, they're not both there.
Yeah.
Do,
Right.
do you follow
It,
what
it
I
like
mean?
skip, right?
So yeah, so it like moves like meh,
Right.
like that. So to get it to line up, it's actually really difficult.
Interesting.
But he
So-
did it.
Yeah.
So I noticed that. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Anyone know what the villagers sing here? Rats.
The
Rats. We gotta get rid of the rats.
Well,
Yeah.
Over and over again.
Over
Yeah,
and
I
over.
started saying
This is
that.
Yeah,
the
that was
best
a-
idea.
That was
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
What
Good
is-
15 seconds out of the 8 minutes?
What was that gonna do? Let's just all stand here
Well,
chanting
it's
that
more
we
like
gotta
a
get rid of the
mob.
rats.
It might annoy the rats and like, let's get the fuck out of here. This is
The rats keep
Just
no.
shut
These
up.
guys are
You're not
annoying.
welcome
Like
here.
none of you were even trying to do anything helpful. But anyway.
Well, speaking of not even trying, the mayor of the city, this guy sucks. He doesn't
Yeah.
do anything. He
He
declares that
reminded
this is a
me-
pity.
He reminded me of like from
Yeah.
The Hobbit
pity.
Oh, the big fat.
in Lake Town.
Yeah, with the little skeevy.
The like Burgermeister Meisterburger over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, exactly. So he says that this is a pity and the rats need to go. The rats don't agree.
Mm-hmm.
The Pied Piper arrives to town. His nose is massive.
Massive.
Yeah.
It's like
so,
a
like long and lanky. And
Yeah.
like
Ever seen
noses.
Doug?
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Like,
he
Doug,
looks like
Doug Funny?
yeah.
Skeeter? had-
Skeeter.
Yeah.
He's got a
Yeah.
Skeeter nose.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
I thought Pinocchio, but yeah,
Oh,
Skeeter
Pinocchio
works
too.
better. Yeah. The mayor makes an offer to the town. He says, whoever can get rid the city of these rats will be awarded a bag of gold.
Yep.
Pied Piper immediately accepts it, and he begins to play his tune on his pipe. And the rats are memorized. They immediately
Mesmerized. Damn.
He memorized Mesmerized.
the rats are mesmerized, and they immediately follow Pied Piper out of the city. They march with him over the bridge and away.
But where did they go?
Where did the wheel of cheese
Well,
come
he-
from?
okay,
so-
Where
Ate
they,
it.
they went into the wheel of cheese
And
and,
it
then everything
disappeared.
disappeared.
So-
So, did he kill them?
Yeah,
Is
so
that
he-
like a metaphor?
He lures
Yes.
them into a
It
giant
is.
wedge of
It is.
cheese. And the cheese disappears. Like, are they in another dimension?
Well,
It's a
with
metaphor
that,
apparently.
because in the original, he led the rats to a river, and they all got washed away.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yep.
I feel like I remember that from the book.
They
I guess that's why it's
they
not
basically all
appropriate.
drowned.
Yeah.
The moving is so weird. He's so lanky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
was
think it
walking
is?
on his toes the whole
He
time.
doesn't.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah,
animate.
weird.
They don't really animate knees.
You kind of
Yeah.
you know what it reminded me a lot of, with especially even looking at the rats dancing, Charlie Brown. And
Okay.
how they
Yeah.
would,
Oh,
like
yeah, 'cause
all
they
dance
really
together.
Yeah.
Literally,
But
that's what I thought
I
of.
wish we had that on
His
tape.
legs. His legs are like too long, just like
Sticks.
bendy.
Yeah. Like
they,
Gumby?
They don't like arch at all, so he's just like hopping around
Yeah,
and
it
his
was
legs
weird.
don't bend at all. It's really
was
weird.
Was weird.
Uh,
But then the mayor won't pay him.
No, he goes back to collect
Typical
his.
politician.
I said that too.
Well, he said because his excuse was he only played your pipe, and that's what you're.
Well,
It's better than anything else.
I agree.
Was
I agree.
cartoon, Yeah.
I agree.
The agreement was to rid the town of the rats, which he did, and
Yep.
you didn't stipulate how to do that.
And the worst
Yeah.
part is that it's not even that he doesn't give him anything. He gives
The
him
one
I know.
gold
gold
piece.
Yeah,
coin.
one
And the
little- yeah.
townspeople
as if
are
he's like
yeah.
donating to the
Yeah,
homeless.
that's
He just
that's all you get.
throws
Yeah.
him.
One.
Like,
Also-
okay, town, I just got rid of your rat problem, but fine, fuck you too.
Mhm.
Yeah, like why? I don't know. Why was the mayor being such a jerk? I don't
Yeah,
know.
it
He
was-
wanted to
it
hold
was
on to his
pretty
money.
Greedy.
Well, he decides to give him one coin. The Pied Piper, he just starts giving out to him. He just rants and raves about how they'll regret this, they'll be
He
sorry.
threatens to pipe the kids away.
Pipe the children away, which is yuck. Like, it just sounds gross.
Yeah, I
What's
wrote
that?
creepy pedo vibes, but
Yeah,
okay.
it's going to pipe the children. I don't want to say that anymore.
But in a weird way, okay, so in a weird way, when this does happen, The kids are fucking doing manual labor.
I know.
So he's
Yes.
saving them, really.
Well,
That's
that's
what
what
I
he's
said.
saying. That's he's saving them from you guys
This
because you
Pied-
guys are trash.
This
Yeah.
Pied Piper is the best thing to happen in this town. He gets
Yeah.
rid of all these rats and he ends child labor in like the span of 5 minutes.
But at the same time,
I would have
though-
sent the rats back.
So the kids, like, they go to the mountain, and the townspeople are pissed, and then they go to Toyland, which is cool, but
Joyland.
I thought it was Toyland. I thought it
Joyland.
was Toyland.
Toyland's from Rugrats.
No.
I thought it was Toyland, but I'm
Angelica.
pretty sure they were saying Joyland,
It's-
Joyland, because I had the captions
Oh.
on.
It's Joyland, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was
Happy Girl and Boyland.
Mountain Charlie.
Toyland, the song that they're singing,
Yeah.
Toyland is from Rugrats. Angelica like parodies.
Toyland.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that's what you're thinking of.
Well,
Everyone
also-
out of my toilet.
Toyland.
Okay, but
Once
also...
you're in my toilet.
But there
But
wasn't
also,
even-
March of the Wooden Soldiers has Toyland.
Okay,
So...
maybe that too.
Anyway.
Yeah, but it is Joyland.
But so fine. They go to Joyland, so they're having fun. They're eating candy. They're on all the rides. La la la. They go to Disney World. He goes with them,
Yes.
which I found originally really creepy.
And he like looks back at the camera when
Yeah.
he shuts the mountain.
But then
He's
I realized that they're dead too.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
What?
Because
That is
do you know
so
how you know what the main clue
unsettling.
was?
No.
That's why my mom said
The
it's
boy
not
that had
appropriate.
crutches did
Yeah.
not need crutches
Yes,
anymore.
I saw that. I wrote it. I
Because
said, even
they're
a kid on
all-
crutches is like, I'm out of here.
They,
Kid
he
miraculously
relieved them of
doesn't need
all their
crutches.
pain
Yeah,
and
'cause they're-
suffering.
In heaven. They're in heaven.
They're in
Yeah.
heaven, and it gave
With
me
the-
strong Peter Pan vibes too.
Yep.
Thinking, oh, you know, it's
Yeah.
like Neverland, like
What the fuck?
Yep.
Alex's mind is blown right
Yeah.
now.
She
What
thought they
the
were
Because in the-
I thought they were
in-
going to a happy place, like
in-
not
Well, they
heaven,
did.
like
They
a,
did.
like,
They
a, like
did.
a on Earth happy place, like the beach or like.
because so in the real story with this, he took 150 kids.
Did you all understand this just from looking at it, or you did research?
I knew
I
the
under-
story.
I
before.
understood.
I read the
Just from
backstory
looking at it.
before,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I understood it then after seeing the kid with the crutch just walk and say, "Oh, I don't need it anymore."
I mean, if I'm being honest, I picked it up immediately when the rats disappeared in the
Well, it
wheel
could
of
have been like-
cheese.
Right.
It could've
Well,
been
right.
Yeah.
It could have been like when you see those videos in church where like the priest like touches like the boy's head and he like suddenly gets the ability to walk again.
Yeah.
It could be
Yeah.
like one of those situations.
No.
Well, even babies coming from the stork followed
Yeah.
this Pied
Yeah.
Piper, and now they're dead too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what the frick?
That's
She's
why I
gonna
said
cry. Are
it's
you
so
okay?
dark.
We need to take this off Disney Plus.
This one is
This
so
is
dark and
not
twisted.
okay.
This is not appropriate.
I don't.
for
I
children.
liked this one until I understood what was
No,
happening.
this is a really,
Remember,
really
it's
good
really
one.
good.
Actually,
I
This is
thought it
actually
was
my
creepy.
favorite one.
it's one of my favorites
don't
too. I
like
must say.
that.
And it's all because this fucking mayor would just not give the Pied Piper his.
And the townspeople were
yeah.
greedy. Sons
Do you
of
know
bitches.
when he took the kids? When all the parents were in church.
Yeah.
All the parents were in church praying and everything, and that's when he stole all the kids.
Yep.
He said, "Here's your prey."
Yep.
Well, but not in the short. And in the short, they kind of just watched, and I was like,
Right.
why are they just standing there watching?
And they were just
not
mad,
even
but they weren't doing anything.
Right.
So really, what happened was, the rats came. The guy got rid of the rats, but the plague hit, so all the kids died.
Yeah.
That's the real story. No, I'm just kidding. I just made that up.
Oh.
But
I
The
bought
rats
it.
gave the rats gave him the plague.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
are you okay, Alex?
No, I think that's fucked up. I don't like it. I don't like
That
it
went
at
from
all.
a 7 to about a 1 for Alex.
I was so upset. And
do
it
you-
said, I wrote "Happy Forever and Ever" in
But that's
Childhood
what-
Paradise. I
yeah.
thought they really meant like this
But
fun.
in
not
in
heaven,
Disney's
you're not dead.
thing, they say they live happily ever after. If you read a description on the Disney one, they do live happily ever after in Disney, not in the real one.
It's
though.
okay,Alex. It's okay.
I don't like it at all.
So what's the moral of the story here?
Don't follow strangers.
Get rid of your
Into
rats
the
on
mountains.
Your own. Pay people.
Thank
Pay
you.
people for their service.
So-
I don't know.
I don't know.
So-
What I wrote for my moral of the story was just always get agreements in writing. So, like,
So practical.
don't just
So
assume
with
that
the
they're gonna
remember
pay
how
you.
we went over the difference with the leaving the 3 kids behind from the original to the Disney?
Yeah.
Do you think they didn't do that because of sensitivity reasons as well? And they took the injured child?
I'm just curious, like, what that added to the original story.
Well, the original story, so basically in the original story, the Piper left, what they said it as, hold on, I'll tell you exactly the words that they used. It's so weird. No, it is. 3 children. One was lame. They used the
Yeah.
term lame.
Yeah.
And he could not follow quickly enough. The second was deaf, and he couldn't hear the music and the other one was blind, so he couldn't follow the.
Oh my god, so he's
Everything.
just wandering around.
So
Just bumping into walls.
he's just like, oh yeah,
Sorry.
oh shit.
Okay, so they got to live?
So they ended up not being able to get out of the following him to the cave,
So they're alive.
and that's how the parents found out
How ableist.
that the kids were missing because the 3 kids that were behind, one was able to see what happened, one was able to hear what happened, and the other one just didn't know what happened. So that's how the parents found out that the Piper took it.
But I'm gonna ask you again, how did that contribute to the original story?
What do you mean?
Well,
Like,
No, because I was asking like.
but like,
There-
what does
there-
it mean? Like, what did that do for the story? How did it further the
Oh,
plot?
so I guess he's saying
It didn't.
that
That's
it was
just how the
having
that's how the
parents
because
again.
Oh,
in,
okay.
in Disney's all the parents watched
Watched.
as their
Okay,
kids.
okay,
In the
okay.
real story,
They were in church.
they had no idea where the heck their kids went,
Yeah.
and then the
I think
kids
they
that were
probably.
behind.
I think they probably left it out just because to animate that was probably a little difficult.
They didn't bring their kids to church.
No, because they were doing.
No,
that.
they were doing the work.
Oh.
We're
And then they went to the Lord's house.
You know, Dan.
gonna pray for you guys to work harder.
You know, Dan. Sunday is God's day, but Saturday is Alex's day.
Alex, Victoria clued me in on a nickname that you give yourself, and I think we should talk about it.
The Ice Queen?
No.
That's a new one.
Wait,
What is
what?
it?
The one that Michael hates.
Oh, Big Mama. Oh. Oh, I hate that with a passion.
Michael's big daddy.
I hate that with a passion.
He hates it so
I
much.
do so much.
But how do you say it? How do you call yourself Big
Come
Mama?
to Big Mama. Like,
She
what?
said it better.
She does say it better.
Hold on a second. Come to Big Mama. Don't you like it when Big Mama does that?
Oh
This is not going in the podcast.
This is so
Like
going.
hell it is.
Dan, Dan is gonna save this and play this at your wedding.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh.
Oh my
Big
god.
Daddy.
I do not approve of this whatsoever.
Michael's
I do.
like, when did my life get so derailed?
It was when really
082615. That's when.
when I started working from home by myself in this apartment, things just really took a turn.
For the worst.
But even before that, I think Big Mama existed before that. I think that was when we were
Yeah.
at my mom's.
It definitely was.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been
going
around a
on for
while.
I
It
forgot
has.
that. It's so
My family loves it too. I was telling
Big
You
Mama.
told them too?
Well, I was telling
Oh God, save
well,
me.
I was telling you
Piper,
about
come
it.
take me away, please.
He hates it so much, and that's why
Bro,
I was
laughed
telling
so
you about-
fucking hard when she
I
told
was
me
telling
that.
you about it, and they overheard, and so they were like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, she calls herself Big Mama." He was
With like a trucker voice. Yeah, Big Mama.
like someone who smokes 14
Yeah,
packs a
like,
day.
seriously.
Big Mama.
so, you know, it's fine. It's fine.
God.
Yeah, the Alexisms are really.
Oh, yeah.
It's not fine.
No, they're great. They're great.
Is this relatable to like Pied Piper? You just wanted to bring it up, Dan.
No, it just popped into my head.
There's so many things. Once I say something once, it usually sticks in my
Oh,
own head.
you know what's an oldie but a goodie? It's kind of weird that you said that.
Mm,
Kind
that
of
can-
weird
yeah.
that you said that.
You were around for that.
I don't think so.
I think you were.
She used to say it all the time.
Because, like, Michael said something weird one time, and Alex just looked at him and went, "It's kind of weird that you said that."
Isn't that,
And,
isn't
like,
that Black Friday?
Weird flex,
Shop.
but
oh
okay.
my god, it was. So you weren't
I
around
wasn't
yet. I'm
there.
sorry.
was?
It's alright. The only Alexism that I really am aware of is who can say, and it's a
Was
slippery
that where
slope.
we were in Victoria's Secret
When
and
I say
asked the associate
Probably.
what was Victoria's Secret?
If you,
Yeah.
if you asked any question of Victoria's Secret, it is kind of weird that you said that.
Why? Where are the gift
Well,
cards?
so we were.
At the
we
fucking cash register.
So
The
Yeah,
same
so
place
that-
they are in every
so-
fucking
yeah,
I
store.
was pissed. He
So
wasn't
that
letting
Black Friday, he wasn't letting Alex buy anything. I'm sorry. I just like,
No,
told you it was
because
okay.
the
Yeah,
rule
probably
is
went
that
Christmas
close.
shopping, and Michael was like, "Alex, you cannot buy things for yourself. You are here to buy for other
Why
people."
not?
Yes,
And
no,
treat
because
yourself.
we had so many gifts to buy, and she had nothing picked out yet for anybody.
It's true, but it was only Black Friday. But anyway, so we were in
only a month away.
we were in Victoria's Secret, and she like runs away from him, and he's like walking around the store, and he's like, "Alex, Alex, Alex," and she turns to the girl next to her and goes, "I feel sorry for whoever Alex is."
I remember that.
The lady was just like, And then I was like, oh, you found me.
What'd you think of it?
I liked it. It was my favorite
9 out of
one.
10.
I liked it too.
Alex,
I
I'm
liked
just
it
gonna
too.
move this because no.
I liked it
sorry.
until everyone died.
You don't have
Until
to
she
put it like
realized.
on the floor or anything. I just didn't.
So really, you liked it until about like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right. Well, the next one is the Grasshopper and the Ants. It's also a silly symphony. It's number 42. It's one of Aesop's fables. It's a fable.
It
about...
was?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
How about that?
Aesop's foibles.
Fable.
Who's that? Why are you? How do you know who that is? Who is that?
It's an Office reference.
I know Alex says.
Oh,
It's from the office.
Oh. Okay, I guess I need to watch The Office to understand.
I didn't understand it.
Hillary was just so
I
like.
was lost too, and I
I was
watched The
hooked on
Office.
this. I wanted to screw this
Hillary
one.
was like, "Wait, Alex, how did you know that?"
I'm sorry, Alex.
I'm sorry. You knew something.
It wasn't. If it's an office joke, I usually look at it.
Whatever, it's fine. I'm sorry, Alex.
It was okay. I was just waiting for what was next.
He's like, yeah.
The
Like, wait, you know
anticipation was
this?
just killing me between the two of you.
She didn't realize that it was a dumb joke either.
You know, that's why I was like, I'm sorry, Alex.
She's like, why?
Yeah, it's The Office.
But yeah, the fable describes how a younger grasshopper begs for food, and when the winter...
Basically, a Bug's Life.
It is kind of like
This
a
is
Bug's Life.
definitely inspo for a
Yeah.
Bug's Life.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah. This is also the first animation example that we get of a character turning blue when they're really cold.
Oh,
Since
Oh
this is
yeah, I
night.
noticed that.
like ever or
Didn't-
with Disney?
The best I could find is one of the earliest examples. I'm just going to pretend it is the earliest example because someone challenged me on what's earlier.
The big bad
Yeah.
wolf didn't change color?
Exactly. There
The
you
big bad wolf didn't change color?
He didn't
No.
turn blue.
Uh-uh.
mean,
When he
Oh.
went like the last
The last
No.
one.
in the Three Little Pigs when
No.
he didn't change. Oh no, he
No.
just went skinny.
No.
Yeah.
And you're not going to prove me wrong right
No.
now, so I'm
And he
just
didn't
I'm
going
not
get
gonna-
cold,
no.
He was just blowing.
Okay, no, because I thought he was out of air, and I thought he turned a different color.
This is the first example I'm decreeing it.
Who can
Okay.
say?
Yeah. The
I
song,
believe you. Darren can say.
The song that's sung by the Grasshopper, it's called "The World Owes Me a Living."
That
And
was such horseshit. I was
Wait.
like, are you kidding me?
the only reason why I bring it up is because the voice of the Grasshopper is Pinto Colvig, who
also?
is. Go ahead.
No, I want to know. It was on. I don't know who it is. It's so familiar, but I
Yeah.
can't think
This
of
is
it.
Goofy.
That's
That's
why.
I think I wrote that.
It's
I literally wrote Grasshopper has Goofy's
yeah,
voice.
it's a guy who voices Goofy, and this song actually ends up becoming like a reoccurring theme song for Goofy. So he starts out using it with the Grasshopper, and then he just
I put
carries
that
it on
too.
over. to
Grasshopper
Goofy.
left
I
and sounded
kept-
like Goofy.
Yeah. I couldn't pick. Like it sounds so stupid, you know, when something's so obvious.
Yeah.
And I was like, who is this? I
Yeah.
know this voice.
That
Who-
happens though.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Of course, it's Dippy Dog.
Yeah.
You'll learn to love me.
You'll learn to love
Yep.
me.
yeah.
Yup.
It's released February 10th, 1934, rated TVG with a runtime of 8 minutes and 24 seconds. It's directed by Wilfred Jackson, again. Produced by Walt Disney, again. Animation by Art Babbitt, Dick Humor. Dick Humor. His name is Dick Humor.
Oh, how unfortunate.
Dick Humor. And his name comes up a lot, so. And Albert Hunter, and the voice work is done by Pinto Colvig, like we mentioned.
Mhm.
The synopsis is when a lazy grasshopper prefers to sing and dance rather than forage like his friend the ants, he learns to regret it when winter
Singing and
approaches.
dancing takes a lot of energy, so you
So-
know you're really not lazy. If
So
you're
Three
singing
Little
and
Pigs
dancing.
I
again?
agree with you.
Everybody sings and dances.
No, but Three Little Pigs like reference.
Yeah.
He sings and dances. The ants work.
Yeah.
Same reference.
Yeah. So we open up with a grasshopper jolly.
Spitting, chewing,
Chewing
tobacco.
Tobacco.
I wrote that too. I was like,
Oh, that's what that was? I was like, he's...
I'm surprised it wasn't rated higher
I
than.
was just gonna say because for Steamboat Willie they make sure to note like for tobacco use it's
Yeah,
rated
but-
TVY7. This I'm pretty sure.
Maybe
Yeah,
the-
it was TVG, even though
Mhm.
also. I mean, I
Maybe
guess it wasn't
maybe-
obvious.
Maybe it has to occur like X amount of times.
Oh, it was
Because
heard a
maybe-
lot
But
though.
in
He spit all the
In
time.
Steamboat Willie, was it chewing tobacco or was it smoking? Was
No, it was
smoking?
chewing tobacco.
Chewing.
Oh.
But
Did
I
they
get,
make
but
it
I-
obvious
well, I
that
was
it
gonna
was
s-
chewing
Yeah,
tobacco?
I was gonna say
So
they
that's why.
kind of call it out in Steamboat Willie where this is just I guess you could play it off.
He's
as
just
normal
spitting.
It
language
could have
and
been
just
gum,
spitting,
or
yeah.
he could have just had really bad manners.
Maybe
He could,
a
yeah.
bunch of sunflower seeds.
But
Isn't, I thought there was an ant infestation, so I was like, is this...
Him eating the ants.
I was like, is there like an infestation, like with the rats and this, and is that like a
Oh.
new theme for Disney?
There's just
But it
rodents
was-
everywhere now.
Yeah, but now I think this was just like an ant life.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were just
They were
chilling.
just
in
showing
their
Chug's
tree.
life in 1934.
Yeah.
Oh, he's marching along. He's playing his fiddle. He's dancing. He's looking right into the camera as he sings. It's really uncomfortable. He's like staring,
Wait,
not
was
at the audience. He's staring at.
It was in the Big
you.
Bad Wolf.
Where
Right
they
into
where
your
they
soul.
go
He went,
with
"How am I doing?"
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No, this one he's facing you,
And he's singing.
looking at you the whole time. Yeah, exactly, like
This is
that.
uncomfortable. No. You know who he reminds me of, the cricket?
Goofy.
I mean, the grasshopper? Jiminy Cricket.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking more along the lines of James and the Giant Peach.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
remember with the grasshopper there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he kind of looks like that.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah,
But-
I think
but
it
then
was
you were
just,
right with
like,
the Jiminy.
his outfit.
He looks like a stretched out Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
in like hobo clothes.
Yep.
Everybody's in hobo clothes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's what everybody wore, I guess.
I guess.
Peasants.
It was the thing.
Yep. That peasant over there.
Yeah. Yeah, he stops to take a break and eat some leaves, and when he does, he discovers a colony of ants.
And then he
below
starts
gathering.
making
But-
fun of them.
I know.
Did you realize he didn't? After singing that song, "The World Owes a Living," he only took one bite of the leaf and then
Yeah.
threw it away.
Wasteful.
Waster.
He didn't even.
Ungrateful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't even eat the whole thing.
Oh. That answers one of my questions then. Anyways, for the future.
Is it the leaf at the end when he's cold?
When he's cold and he like goes to and I was like, what was he even gonna do with that leaf?
He was
Eat
gonna
it.
eat it.
Well, I was like, is he gonna cover
He said
himself? I didn't
food.
realize that. Okay.
There's one poor ant who has to carry like 3 cherries all
In the
by
wagon
himself.
and
Yeah, but
Like,
ants can carry, I think it's like 10 times
Their
their body
weight.
weight.
he looked
so.
like he was struggling though.
Okay, but then
But-
later he like just picks it up and
Yeah,
runs
because that queen was like,
inside.
"What are you
That's
doing?"
true.
Yeah, so he was just being a little wuss.
Yeah.
He got this.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he's carrying the 3 cherries along, and the grasshopper
Okay.
laughs at him as he watches him. And yeah, like I said, since he's voiced by Pinto Colva, he sounds exactly like Goofy. Like it's
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
just a Goofy voice. The grasshopper lectures the ant about how you don't need to work. You don't need to work for food. The Lord will simply provide. Is what
Yeah,
he
it was
said.
giving me really strong
He went
religious
into
vibes.
preacher mode. Yeah.
Pretty much.
So
Well, then he told him to don't to soil your Sunday pants or don't soil your Sunday pants. Wait, to soil your Sunday pants. And I was like, what the hell are you saying? Is
Why-
that because it's like the Lord's Day
He
or
said-
like also like what the f? That sounds sexual and inappropriate and a little dirty.
Yeah. Then he said, "Have you taken the time to welcome our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ into your
I
life?"
think he meant like just go have fun and like it doesn't matter if like your
Play and don't
You're-
pray.
like your
It'll
good
come.
Real-
Sunday clothes, your church clothes get dirty like because you know you're supposed to keep them clean or whatever.
The real
Yeah.
question is, what day of the week was this? Because if this was Sunday,
And
that
what
is
day
the
of the
Lord's Day.
Yeah,
But if it's Saturday,
it's Alex's day.
exactly. He plays a song for the ant and tries to get him to dance along with him, and the ant happily obliges. But that's when the queen ant arrives.
Yo, she was mad.
She
And he
was
said,
not.
"Hi, Queenie."
I wrote in my notes, haha, Queenie.
Hi, Queenie. He said, like, what the hell?
What's up, Queenie?
Yeah, like so, like we're
Nonchalant,
besties. Yeah,
yeah.
like nonchalant. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I liked her pretty pink dress though.
Mm.
So she confronts the dancing ant, who immediately cowers in fear, and he runs back to pick up the cherries. And this is, like you said, Victoria, where he just picks them all up and just hustles out of there with
Yeah.
no problem at all.
He's
Like,
like,
he was
Now, no
clearly
problem.
faking an injury. He wanted to get some time off. You know,
Yeah.
sleeping on the job. That kind
Worker
of stuff.
stuff, you know.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So then the queen then confronts the grasshopper.
And she's like, yo, bitch.
I think she did say, "Yo, bitch."
She did.
I wrote here, "Yo,
She's
bitch."
like, watch out for winter, you idiot.
Yeah,
Like, it's
winter's
coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. What's a
King in
grass?
the north. Anyway.
So what does the grasshopper respond with? He tries to get the queen to dance with him.
Oh, yeah. I
Like,
don't
this
know
was ever
exactly
gonna
what he said,
work.
but...
She was not having it.
No, yeah.
No
She was like,
interest.
yo, queens don't dance.
It was not very effective. No. So fast forward a little bit, and the winds start to pick up now, and the ants hurry to finish their gathering of all these foods, and just like that, it's not winter.
Yeah,
I
notice
know.
how quick the season changed?
It
Yeah.
took me 4 minutes in to realize that what they were doing, that they were getting ready for winter, and I was like, oh, I'm piecing it together now. Once it like turned into winter, I thought they were just like that was just daily duties.
It was like spring. They just completely skipped over summer and fall,
Yeah.
and it was just winter.
so weird, like
Pretty much.
just like that.
Well, actually, it was summer because there was a watermelon there, I think.
And it got
Cherry.
breezy.
Also, cherries don't come out till summer, so it was summer.
Well, they skipped fall at least.
Well, it got breezy as
Fair.
he was walking.
Can't skip the best month. I mean, season.
Summer?
Fall.
Summer is Alex's least favorite.
I know, that's why I was shocked. I was like, summer?
So
Summer.
in the
sweaty.
snow, the grasshopper is a lost, wandering soul. He's looking for food. He's looking for anything, and there's no food anywhere to be found. He does find one remaining leaf hanging
it's
from
dead.
a tree.
With a chunk taken out of it.
Yeah, somebody already got to it. But as he makes his
Probably
way
him.
over
It
to it,
was him.
same leaf from before.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as he makes his way over to it, it just flies off.
No,
And
Bye-bye.
so
vanishes.
sad.
Yeah.
Tough break.
Bye-bye now.
And this is
I literally
where
wrote that.
he tightens his belt. And
Like,
this is where
really tight.
yeah, and this is where he turns blue.
Right.
So this is
Yeah.
that whole first time,
Yeah.
which isn't really that
Because
impressive.
grasshoppers have exoskeletons,
Mm.
so not that that has anything to do
but-
with
I was gonna say,
anything.
how does that correlate?
Well, because he's more durable than like a non-exoskeleton bug, so he
Mm.
would be able to survive the cold longer.
Okay.
Just saying.
I was scared he was gonna die. I said, "Holy shit! Tell me the grasshopper dies." This is weirdly
Just like
making
the
me have
children.
sympathy for bugs, and I hate bugs.
Disney would never have a bunch of characters die.
Never.
Just the mice and the
Especially
children.
not
He
like.
didn't have any kids, so you didn't have to worry.
The grasshopper then spots. He passes out in the snow, but then he spots the tree where all the ants have taken shelter in, and he knocks on the door and passes out, and they pick up his lifeless
I
body.
really thought they were just gonna leave him there.
I was hoping
and
they
be
were
like,
just,
oh well, sucks
I was
for
just
you.
hoping they were gonna open the door, and go, huh, and just close it.
Or they were gonna be like, ooh, food.
Yeah. Just add it to the
Oh,
pile.
they had
of
enough.
food.
Yeah.
That's it. They're right.
The ants were so sweet.
Yeah, they brought him inside and they gave him blankets and soup to warm him up, and he gets his color back. The queen comes over to see what's going on.
And I thought she was gonna be a fucking bitch.
I was-
At
Oh
first she
my
was,
God.
but
I
then
said Queenie's pissed. She's real.
I was really hoping the
I-
queen would just throw her out and go, die!
I really
off with his head.
bitch. I go, what does she do that she doesn't like? Because the queen doesn't even do anything. She's not
Yeah,
even
well,
helping
then what
out.
else
She's
does
just
she? She lays the eggs.
yeah.
Does queen things.
I was like, she's such a fucking
She's
bitch.
queen
Let
thing.
them help
Queen
him
shit.
out.
But the queen
But then she was nice.
is not a bitch, and he decides, well, the only people that can stay here are those who work. And the grasshopper immediately felt like checkmate. He's like, well, shit, I don't do anything. So he started getting his things and heading out. And the queen's like, no, you can say you're just gonna play your tunes, and that's enough
I mean-
for him, and that's his duty now.
Don't you feel like he kind of got out of?
He got off so easy.
He got off very easy.
This isn't I guess it is a job, but he
It is a job doing what he loves, which
Yeah.
is great. But the whole point was that,
He's not an essential worker. Let's put it that
Yeah,
way.
You do what you love. You never work a day in your life.
And then he changed his tune and said, "I owe the world a living." And I was like, "Now you're talking. Nobody owes you anything."
I owe the world a living. I owe the world a living. I've been a fool for a year long, and now I'm singing a different song. You were right, and I was wrong.
nobody says that.
Big sneeze.
Oh, he said it, and then he sneezes, and then that's it. He ends the short with a big sneeze.
Yeah, what an ending. Like,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he got off real easy.
yeah, he did.
He did. I don't want to say he deserved to die, but
He should have.
they
at
were
least,
very nice to him.
Yeah.
Took him right in.
Yep.
But maybe he learned his lesson. He can't just get away with everything.
Yeah, but then all he has to do for a living
Hard
is
He's still
play an
doing the
instrument.
same stuff that he did before.
Ex-
Except now he has a
entertain them.
home. Now he has a cushy home to do it in.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Maybe that's only in the winter.
Among these ants, there's just a giant grasshopper that just plays tunes for them
Yeah.
from now on.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, that was the grasshopper and ants. I didn't like this one. I'll
Not
be
my
honest with you.
favorite at
It
all.
wasn't my
There
favorite.
there was nothing really to grasp onto. It was just kind of just there.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Just a little buggy.
3.
Little buggy.
Little
Just a
buggy.
little buggy.
It bugged you a little bit.
It was like I give it a 3.
I'd say
Yeah.
3.
I read 4.
So let's just move on from that one because I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
And
Get
the
you,
last
Grasshopper.
one is the Big Bad Wolf. It is also Silly Symphony. It's number 44. They skipped over. They've been skipping over a bunch of them, but one of the ones they skipped over is Funny Little Bunnies. That sounds so cute. I know,
I
right?
love buddies lately.
I was so upset that we didn't get to see that.
I'm really having a buddy thing lately.
Yeah.
When you go
Yeah.
out tonight, you might see some funny little bunnies.
Well, I hate bunnies.
They're a little creepy.
They'll run away
teeth.
from you.
They're one of those animals that you
Yeah.
never really know what's going on in their head. So you could be petting them, and then all of a sudden they'll just bite your finger off.
See, I was
That's
telling
what
them that
Vicky
the other
said.
day, and
Yeah.
they were like, "Why don't you like bunnies? They're so cute." And I said, first of all, their teeth can chop through a carrot. It could chop through your finger. That's number
There's
one.
something on.
Number 2, any animal that I can't tell what it's thinking
Yes.
freaks me out. And Hillary said, "Well, I don't know what my cats are thinking. I like to pretend I do, but I can't." And I said, "No, but
But you can
Cats,
gauge what
cats
your
and
cat's
dogs
like.
are predictable.
Yeah.
Their behavior is predictable. Bunnies do not have predictable behavior.
They're routine oriented, which I
Yeah.
guess a bunny could be too.
Ooh,
But
food.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Also, like, can you love a bunny? Do bunnies love you?
Yes.
Of course, anything that snuggles.
Well, you can
with
love a bunny, but you mean
Does it love you back? Does
Maybe.
it care who you
Maybe.
are?
Maybe.
yeah. So this is the sequel to. It's kind of the sequel to Three Little Pigs.
Yeah,
since it
because
was
it's
so
the same
wildly,
wolf.
Well, and it was
The
just
same
so
pigs.
wildly
Yep.
successful, so they decided to follow up. But
Even
But
though,
I thought-
what did Walt say? You
Right.
can't.
yeah,
You can't
that
Top
was what I was
pigs with
saying.
top
It's
pigs.
like,
pigs with pigs,
you know,
but he did.
Yeah, exactly. So we have the Three Little Pigs returning along with the Big Bad Wolf, and we also get this mixed in with Tale of Little Red Riding Hood, which
Right.
I don't
To
know
me,
how- I
she
don't know how
looks
anyone
like
doesn't know
Goldilocks,
this.
but alright.
Yeah, well, the wolf is dressed up as Goldilocks,
Goldilocks too.
the
Yeah.
fairy.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
calls himself.
Fairy of the Wood.
Which that was weird too, but there's like 3 different tales mixed in this all.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's a big
There's a lot
hodgepodge.
going on.
There was a lot
Um,
going on. It seems like somebody got really confused.
Yeah, so even though the Three Little Pigs was really popular and a big success at the time, this didn't do as well. I guess they overstayed their welcome. It didn't get nominated for an Academy Award, which Disney just gets nominated for every Academy Award during this time. And there were only 3 films that get nominated at the time, so like it wasn't even like there was a lot of hard competition, but didn't do as well. It's released on April 13th, 1934. Rated TVY7 with a runtime of 9 minutes and 21 seconds.
Too long.
Yeah, we get the longer ones later.
I know.
We're getting into 10-minute territory, which is just too much.
It is too
Oh
much.
man.
Yeah, I'm getting used to these 7-minute 40s.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to like not do 4 of them.
We'll
at a time.
stop it right at the 7:40 mark on all these shorts, and whatever happens after that,
Yep.
Yeah.
they didn't hold our attention. It's directed by Burt Gillette again. Produced by. Do I need to keep saying produced by Walt Disney? We can
No.
kind of when it's not Walt Disney, I'll let you know. It's produced by Walt Disney. Animated by Art Babbitt again. Voice work by Sarah Berner, Pinto Colvig,
That's
Billy Bletcher.
Wolf.
Yeah, that's the wolf. Mary Motor and Dorothy Compton. So it's got a lot of voices in this one. First off, in the credits, we see Little Red Riding Hood, 3 Little Pigs, and it just says
Grandma.
Grandma.
Yep.
That's all she's known as. Is just
She's
Grandma.
grandma. She didn't
Shout
say
out.
who's grandma.
Shout out
It's
to
someone's
Grandma.
grandma.
Okay,
Go,
but-
Granny!
Okay, but can we just talk about what the practical pig was doing? He was adding on
Building the
a
extension.
Yep,
Yeah.
building an extension for his stupid floozy Tweedledee Tweedledum
And they
brothers.
weren't doing nothing.
And they were doing nothing. They were lollygagging.
Big bad wolf.
Literally,
They
They're
were
still-
literally
They are afraid of the
lollygagging
big
in the
bad wolf.
fucking front
These
yard.
pigs are still singing the same song. This practical pig is still the only one doing any work. I hope there's a third one and he's just building like an extension even more onto the
I
house.
don't
Like,
understand.
What, the host grandma
Like
and
more-
Red Riding Hood?
yeah, like more pigs are showing up now. He's just building
does
extensions.
have more
onto the whole
siblings.
thing.
Yeah, you seen in the picture.
Yeah.
There was like
There was
12
a lot of them.
there.
Where are they?
Yeah.
What happened?
Red Riding Hood.
Okay,
Oh, she's
so-
skipping her way to grandma's,
Yeah.
and she passes the 3 little pigs
Yep.
who are they're still playing music.
Well, practical pig is like, oh, watch out for the wolf. You should take the
Long way around.
They have learned absolutely.
I know. They're like,
nothing.
no, go through the creepy, scary dark
These
woods.
2 pigs.
We'll
There's so much quicker. We'll protect you. We ain't
These
scared.
2 fucking pigs
And they
still have
said
learned
they
nothing.
said that the wolf is a sissy, and I'm like, I don't think so.
Do
I
we
think
remember our last encounter with the wolf?
Like, y'all don't have houses, so.
yeah, you have to move in with a practical pig because you guys can't fend for yourselves.
Yeah, I go, how will they protect Red Riding Hood when they're pussy ass bitches?
It's true.
That's fair.
And we
And
see
true. And also
Hillary
true.
never uses such a foul
I always
language.
call
Vulgar.
her pussy ass bitch.
Yeah, so
Oh,
they
yeah.
greet Red Riding Hood, and she tells them that she's bringing Grandma cakes and wine because she's sick.
So
Yeah,
she
as-
gets
as
cake
you-
and wine.
As you do. The 2 dumb pigs tell Red Riding Hood that there's a shortcut through the woods. Practical Pig warns her about the wolf. They don't listen. Pfeiffer and Fiddler Pig laugh and laugh and laugh. And yeah, they call him a sissy.
Yeah.
They actually use the word sissy, which, I don't know, it's kind of weird.
I call my sissies.
You call your
Sis-
sissy sissies?
I go, sissy poos.
Yeah, but that's not an insult. That's like
That's
a cute
for
little
sisters,
name.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to offend this wolf. That's like
Yeah.
big and scary.
I got a pretty good laugh when
Who
they
has a lot of
told
costumes.
Riding Hood that they'll accompany her.
I
Like,
know.
Yeah,
they'll protect
me
her.
too.
Like,
That's
you're
why
not
I
gonna
was
do
like,
shit.
what were they thinking?
And they didn't.
Didn't they make I'm surprised this one's not rated a little higher. Was it
What
rated?
was it? It was rated. It was rated TVY7, which is
Oh, 7?
pretty much like.
Because
Everything
they made
else.
reference to guns too.
They got more than guns in that.
Well,
house.
no, that was before that.
Oh.
That's when they did it.
Yeah.
They went like that, like they were gonna shoot him.
Yeah. That was. Wait, was that in this one or was that in the first one? I think that was in the other one actually.
Oh, was it?
It was in Three Little Pigs when they were saying all
finger
different
gunning?
ways that they were gonna beat up the wolf. They ended by like mimicking a machine gun. They go like beep beep beep.
Oh, that
beep.
was okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool.
When they're
more gun reference.
when they're in the woods,
Yeah.
the wolf is hiding in a very convincing bush.
He's a
Oh, yeah.
bush. He's
He like
literally
picks it up and walks with it, drops it.
a bush with like 3
Berries.
feet of legs.
Yeah.
Just walking.
And again with the tote bag, duffel bag, of whatever he keeps in there. With his
I don't know if you
bag,
ever played
costume,
Fortnite.
big trick.
He left his house. He said, "I'm gonna get these pigs, but I'm gonna bring some outfits with me."
Yeah.
I literally wrote, "It's the costume changes for me." Like, I was like, "What the?"
He opened his closet and he said, "No, that didn't work. That didn't work. The fairy outfit might get him this time. I'll bring that one." Yeah, so he's a bush, and he sneaks up on them as a bush. But then I guess he decided the bush wasn't good enough because he ditches the bush, and he goes up in a tree and he puts on.
I thought he was gonna hang himself.
I thought so too.
I was like, what's going on?
He puts on a blonde wig, and then he ties himself to the tree.
With the
And-
suspenders.
Yeah, and he.
You know what they say?
Yeah,
What do they say?
go ahead.
Blondes have more fun.
That's
But not
true.
always. As in Criminal Minds. We just watched
Oh,
something with
yeah.
that.
Anyway.
So yeah, he jumps down from the tree. He's suspended in there, and he introduces himself as Goldilocks, the fairy queen. He says they're safe with him, and he floats around in a circle because he's just kind of suspended,
He's
spinning
just, like,
around.
swinging
He's just
back
spinning
and
around. Yeah, yeah.
Whee!
But the tree betrays him
Snaps.
because the branch falls, and he falls right on his face, and his costume falls off, and then they realize it wasn't clear enough. Now they realize
Oh, wow.
this is the wolf.
Boy, were we
I like
cool.
how the pigs just like ditched her though.
Yeah.
And they ran
Bye-bye.
home.
I'm gonna protect
Keep in mind,
you.
yeah, they said we will come to the
Yep.
woods because we will protect you. The wolf shows
They
up.
go running.
And
ran.
they immediately run. They didn't even hesitate. They didn't even say, "Come with us." They just left it. They said, "Bye, you're on your own."
Bye,
Yeah.
bitch.
Bye, Felicia.
So they run away like the cowards that they are, and she escapes through the other end of the
She
forest.
runs,
Yeah.
towards
Yeah.
her grandma's.
And she gets away from the wolf, and the wolf comes up with an idea.
Well, he goes to Granny's house.
But this
That's
is what
his
I don't
idea.
understand.
But he has the idea in his head right here because he thinks about it. He looks at the camera and he goes, "Point."
Well,
You
so
just
wait,
do
he
watch.
starts chasing after Red Riding Hood, but then he gets stuck.
Yeah,
In the tree.
I think his suspenders get caught.
There's
Yeah.
a stump.
Yeah.
A tree
the,
stump.
the branch of the tree gets stuck. But then, after the next scene is then, I think, them at Grandma's house. How did he get there?
Yeah, how did he-
before?
I don't know.
I guess he just knows the ins and outs of
Of
this
the woods?
woods because
He knows where
yeah,
Will's
lives
grandma
there.
lives.
he gets and he knows this is her grandma.
And he beat her there.
Are there
even though
other
she had a running
grandmas?
story.
Are there any
Yeah,
other
like
people?
Is she the
Grandma's
only
grandma.
one? Is she the only one in the woods? Like, there's no other
Only
houses
grandma.
that like, she
I
could be
guess
going
not.
to. I mean, there weren't any around. But.
So what I want to know is like why Red is such a fucking idiot and not recognizing that this is not, in fact, her grandma.
Well, we'll
But
get
also,
to that.
yeah, okay.
So-
I have some bones to pick with Grandma.
Yeah. So the wolf
Yeah.
finds Grandma's house before Red Riding Hood. He enters the house and chases Grandma into the closet. Shortly after
The
that,
haberdasher.
the haberdasher. Yeah, just put it on the haberdasher.
Put it on the
Did you
dash.
notice with
dasher.
that closet, he couldn't get inside of it, but
Yes.
the lock,
Blow the
Is
fuck
on the
but
outside.
the lock is on the outside of it.
Well, did you notice that Grandma is me? It's the middle of her day. She's wrapped
She's
in
sick.
her bed.
She's sick.
But she was
Oh.
also able to jump
You're
out of
not
her bed
sick.
and run. So.
She pulled a Willy Wonka.
She's just laying in her bed, all happy, midday.
Stuck in bed for all these years.
I was like, holy crap, that's me. 2 o'clock in the afternoon,
Yeah.
in bed.
So when Riding Hood arrives, the wolf changes into Grandma's clothes because any chance this guy gets to change into someone else's clothes, he's like, "I'm doing it.
He just
I'm putting on this outfit."
Right?
he just wants some.
Yeah.
He just needs some clothing.
He's
Maybe
looking
that's
for
all he needs.
any
Just wanted
chance
to
to
wear a
cosplay.
dress.
That's why I wrote dresses in drag sometimes.
King for a day, Princess by Dawn.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he gets into bed and he pretends to be Grandma.
Is that what the line is?
King for a day, Princess by Dawn from Green Day.
Yeah, I knew King for a Day.
Princess by Dawn.
I didn't know that.
In my leather thong.
I love that song.
Just
I
let
had no
all
idea
the
what that-
guys get a load of me.
Yeah, that second line is the only one I didn't know.
Just get it. Oh.
Princess by Dawn.
Princess by
Had
Dawn.
no idea. I was just go.
Surprise!
That's a
Sorry.
great song.
Like,
Yeah.
what you say? Wally, 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 way. That's
Of
not the
course you
words,
did.
but to me that is. Anyway.
Yeah, so Riding Hood asks Grandma how she's feeling, and the wolf goes, terrible.
Terrible.
Alex should do it in her big mama
In her
voice.
big mama voice, she goes,
Terrible.
Pretty much.
Big Mama's terrible.
Mom's terrible.
And this is where we get the famous lines. Everybody knows, my, what big eyes you got.
All the better to see you with, my bitch.
Thank you. I think she said that
My
exactly. That was
bitch.
a great impression. Then she says, what a big nose you got.
All the better to sniff your ass with
Oh
My
my
bitch.
goodness.
But then the thing, like,
But
she doesn't like see like, oh, like this is weird. Like she doesn't look like
But-
my
but-
grandma.
but
She
he
doesn't
also-
look like the
he-
wolf
the
that was
wolf-
chasing you 5
the
minutes.
wolf also stops in the middle of the
Yeah,
line. Doesn't
and
even says
to look at
alter
you.
better,
He looks
and he
at
looks at you and
Cat.
went, how am I doing?
Yeah, like you need
Who are you talking
Like,
to?
Are you addressing the audience?
Yeah,
Hold
he's
on, wait.
acknowledging the audience.
Breaking the
Okay,
fourth wall.
I wrote this down, but is that what he says?
Yeah.
How you
How am I?
How am I doing?
I
What
literally
did
got
you
the
think?
I literally just got that like.
Did you not have the subtitles on?
I watched with
I
subtitles.
had the
Yeah.
subtitles on. I only got was.
Sometimes,
Yeah, like that.
sometimes I have a hard time like watching, reading, and writing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like you know, all three at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah, but he goes. He
So I
looks at
miss
the
things.
camera and says, "How am I doing?"
Although
Yeah.
to be
I'm
fair,
gonna prefer my.
yeah,
like
I
I do that too.
didn't know you struggled with that. You could have
Yeah.
let me know. I would have helped you out. But
I think I was just okay with it being that in my head.
okay.
I
Yeah.
like ha-cha-cha better.
1, 2, ha cha cha.
Slide to the left. Ha-cha-cha real smooth. And then the final one is what a big mouth you got, and the wolf has had enough. And he
He
reveals
said, "Bitch, I'm hungry."
the nose and the eyes were okay, but the mouth was in the eye.
Like-
He's a little
Yeah.
sensitive
Well, I
about
think
that.
also his costume eventually comes off. No, does it come?
Well, he
off?
jumps out of it.
He jumps out of it here
at
The
that
whole
point.
because he's had
so
enough,
freaky.
and he reveals himself and chases Riding Hood around
You
the
notice
table.
how villains do that? They always have to reveal themselves. Why?
Ha!
Ha! Fooled you,
Yeah.
bitch!
Why?
Yeah.
Why do you have to do that? Why can't you just?
I know.
Kill.
At least,
Yeah.
at least have her like caught, and then
Yeah.
like when you're holding her, then you can take.
It's
it
like
off.
when
Yeah,
the villain
gotcha.
has like the hero trapped, but he goes through like 10 minutes of exposition to explain why he did it.
Yeah.
Like, just kill him. He's right there. Just put him.
Yeah.
Right.
But no one else thinks the weirdest part of this is all that the grandma's in the closet while
Not,
her
Okay.
not
granddaughter
locked up.
is it's just
She can
getting
get out at any
eaten by
time.
a wolf, and grandma's like, like in the
But
closet, like
because-
Grandma Kitty
well,
would never. If
Yeah.
I was getting attacked by a wolf, she would be right there.
Yeah,
That's
but
right,
in
she
the
would.
original thing, the grandma was eaten in the wolf's stomach. No.
Yeah.
But she
Yes.
wasn't here.
Yeah, like
Right,
she's
but
just
they
locked in
can't.
the closet
They have to
like puss.
play it like
Until she
can't.
finally-
Because if she jumps out, it ruins the whole.
No excuses. So she finally
You
looks
got
out,
shut down.
looks out the roof,
Okay,
the
Big Mama.
top, and just scoops her in with the umbrella. Finally. After
By
all
what?
this time.
By what?
Her bloomus?
By the undies again.
By the
Blooms.
bloom. So
It was just ridiculous. Grandma Kitty would never.
the
Grandma
wolf
Kitty would never.
chases Riding Hood around the table, and I mean like over
Over and under and
at
left and
least
right.
30
More of that
times.
loop stuff.
There's a whole house, but they're just circling around the
I was
table
like,
over
all
and
right,
over and
somebody,
over.
Like, come
Trip,
on.
fall, catch,
Yeah.
something.
And
Stop,
it
go
gets
the other
better,
way.
too.
Like, come on.
Because first we go back to Practical Pig's house. Where
Well,
the
they
other
want to
two pigs-
rescue her now.
Yeah, well, they
Now
can't.
that they
They
ran
can't do it
away.
on their own. They have to get the
Yeah.
actual hero.
They tell their big
So
brother.
the two pigs have returned, and they
They're
tell
responsible.
Practical Pig what's happened. And because Practical Pig's a real one, he doesn't even hesitate for a second. He immediately goes to
His arsenal.
his weapons closet. I guess you
His
could call it.
arsenal. He has a wolf
So-
extermination kit.
In this closet, he has a rifle,
Mhm.
a dagger,
Mhm.
a bear trap, a fucking cannon,
A wolf poison.
Yes, he has wolf
a
poison.
sword, wolf poisoning, a fucking bomb, like the Mario
Yeah,
bombs.
like, literally,
It's
yeah.
like the Black
Yeah.
Mario bombs, and poisons. He's got all these. At his
Yeah, but one is
disposal.
literally called wolf poison.
Wolf
Okay.
poison.
And I
Literally.
wanted
Why
to
wouldn't
know-
he bring
Okay.
right?
And
But
he
so
took, and
what
he
does he
took
take?
the fucking popcorn.
He takes the
Yep.
popcorn. He takes a bear trap, which I don't even think he used, and an
No.
axe, which I don't even think he
No.
used. So really, all he needed was the
and
popcorn.
it was just it was called
Right.
unpopped popcorn.
That actually would have been
So it's
even
just the
funnier.
kernels.
yeah.
That actually would have been even funnier if he didn't even take the axe and the bear
Yeah.
trap. If all this he just took popcorn,
Yeah.
like
I
he was just
got
gonna
this.
go watch this bitch die.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
It's really kind of weird though because in the Three Little Pigs he burns the wolf's butt. And now he does the
yeah.
same thing.
This is
Yeah,
like
well, that's the way he
yeah.
knows how to get him out. He's
This
like,
is-
this worked last time.
the reoccurring theme for this wolf.
Yeah.
He
But
doesn't like butt stuff.
so he doesn't
That's-
take the cannon. He doesn't like butt stuff. No.
The wolf doesn't like
Sexy butthole power tools. I think is
Yeah.
what you referred to. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. So we go back to Grandma's house, and guess what? The wolf is still chasing Riding Hood around the table.
Yeah.
It's been at least like 5 minutes, and they're still going around the
At
table.
least.
Nobody's even thought to maybe go in the other direction.
I know.
Like the wolf thought maybe if I stop,
Turn around.
she'll be right
Or
there.
just stop. Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah. But she eventually decides to leave the table. You know.
But she gets trapped in the closet with Granny.
Yeah, and she scooped her up by the
Panties.
I missed that part.
Yeah, with the umbrella.
She's definitely scooped her up with the umbrella. I think.
By-
it was
by the
It
panties.
was by the yeah, it was.
Yeah, well, somehow she was, but you know, her
It was by the panties.
More wedgies.
by the panties.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
We
Frilly
all,
panties,
All
too.
of us saw it. Maybe you just missed it.
I missed it.
You can't
That's
just
fine.
admit that we're right.
I didn't say
He
you
was
were wrong.
frivolously taking notes.
And then Practical Pig, our hero, shows up and he arrives to save the day.
MVP as always.
He sneaks into the house
Wink.
behind the wolf and pours popcorn down the wolf's trousers.
And
Unpopped
then gets
popcorn.
and then it gets
Unpop
the
popcorn.
coal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
then
the-
from
or
the
the
fireplace
embers.
he gets burning coal, and he puts that down the back, which that
Yeah.
fucking sounds like
Yeah.
it hurts.
You don't even need the popcorn.
Yeah, really.
Let
Just
alone-
burn his
Yeah.
back.
I guess he was just hungry. I figured he
He
wanted
left a trail.
snack.
Yeah, so he puts it down his back, and all this popcorn starts to
Yeah.
pop.
popping
And,
out of his butt.
I wrote popcorn on wolf's butt. Obviously better than wolf poison, which would have eliminated the issue completely.
Yeah.
Because now it's open for the
So,
wolf to come
you know-
back.
Yeah, so they
again.
don't want to kill this wolf. They just
No.
wanted to say, hey, don't mess with us.
Yeah.
There's a
Eat
lot-
another pig.
There's a lot of butt torture.
Go eat my brothers.
There's a lot of butt torture in these shorts.
You
Remember the ye olden days, the Dippy Dogs defeated by just getting poked in the butt over and over again.
Yup.
Yeah,
I
And then you
think-
had the two with the wolf.
yeah.
And you have all these wedgies going on. People getting picked up by their butts.
They had butt humor going on back then.
Yeah.
But this sends the wolf through the ceiling, and then he runs out of the house as popcorn pops. His booty gets burnt again. The other two pigs shake hands because they did nothing again, and they celebrate. And then all 5 of them celebrate and sing in victory as the short.
Do you think
comes
Red
to an
got
end.
some of that wine?
Maybe.
She wasn't sick.
She deserves it after.
He was
almost-
Granny, apparently.
No, Practical Pig
Getting
deserves
eaten
some
by
of
the-
this wine.
Yeah, honestly.
Do you all know the big bad wolf's name?
What?
No, what is
Wolf.
Oh my god.
Zeke Midas Wolf.
it? You made
Does
that up.
anybody know?
Did not. Zeke
So it's probably
Midas
Zeke.
Wolf. Or Zeke.
Zeke. Z-E-K-E?
Yep,
That's-
Midas
Oh no,
Wolf.
there's Zeke.
Zeke.
I
Yep.
have a question
Zeke Midas Wolf. Then.
about
That's
somebody's
That's his name. That's the wolf's name.
I'm trying to figure if that's like
Whose
a pun
name?
or something. No.
Do you know what Red Riding Hood's real name is?
Red.
Red.
Is it just Red?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Little.
Or, I thought you had an answer.
No, I'm asking.
Well, if you go by the once
name
upon,
Little.
if you go
Once
by
Upon
Once
a
Upon a
Time,
Time,
yeah.
which was like the
Last
TV
name,
show that
right.
Disney like,
Her name
like
was
the
just Red.
ABC show, her name was just Red.
Oh, okay. I never watched that.
Is it short for anything?
No, it was just Red.
Like from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, but it only had one D, I think,
Hmm.
because Red from Pirates
Yeah.
had 2.
Too. All right, I didn't know that.
Did you have another note?
I did. So it wasn't enough that Practical Pig saved everyone. He then has to go crank the piano as Little Red is playing it. Like, that wasn't enough that he saved your life. Now he has to sit there cranking the piano, whatever he was doing, so that everyone can enjoy the music.
He's
I
just,
was like,
he's just a
he-
very nice man.
He just never stops. He's always helping.
He's so practical.
A good, such a true good Samaritan.
so practical.
He's so
He really
dreamy.
was. I was like, wow, this guy's
What?
never gonna
He's
get a
so
break.
dreamy.
The dreamiest of the pigs.
But he is grumpy though.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, maybe because he's
Yeah.
sick of
Carrying
taking care
all-
of
sick of his
everybody.
brother's
He's-
shit.
he's the grump with the
carrying all
heart of
weight
gold.
of the whole forest or wherever they
He's
live.
like, I told you, bitch, to take the long way, that the short way was a problem. But
Yeah,
here
but
we
I
are.
told
you
you.
had to
Did I
listen
tell
to
you? 'Cause
Tweedledee
I
and
told you.
Tweedledum.